Welcome to SHN Sports and Jarrell Cougar Football. I'm Wally Harmon along with Sterling Harmon here in the booth at Manor Athletic Complex in Manor, Texas. What a beautiful complex and a beautiful night for high school football here in Texas. The final game of the season between your Jarrell Cougars and the Manor New Tech Titans. The Cougars come into tonight's ball game 4-5 on the year, looking to get to the 500 mark to end the season, 1-4 in district play. Manor New Tech comes into the ball game 1-8 on the season, 0-5 in district play, as it is their second year to compete in varsity sports. The 3A Division I District 10 looks like this. The Troy Trojans at 9-1, 6-0 in district lead the way. The Cameron Yeoman 8-1, 4-1 in district play are in second. Rockdale Tigers 7-2 on the season, 3-2 in district play, and the Lago Vista Vikings 6-3 on the year and 3-2 in district play. There's the four representatives for the playoffs from District 10. Then you find Jarrell coming in at 4-5 on the year, 1-4 in district. Little River Academy comes in 2-7 on the year, 1-4 in district, and the Manor New Tech Titans coming in 1-8 and 0-5. Jarrell won last year 69-0 against Manor in the first ever meeting in Manor's first year of being a varsity team. And so as Manor comes into it, the Titans come in now. Just a lot of growth going to happen here for the school. I believe they only have 2 seniors this year is what I was told. Maybe 3 seniors, 4 seniors coming in. And a rough go when you have such a young team coming in, Sterling. And so you can just see growth as Manor continues to develop the programs. The kids move around in these schools, and now they've added the career school. And so a lot of options out here in Manor. So it'll be interesting to watch Manor as they go along, as the schools come along. Jarrell is going to kick off to start the ball game. Jesus Perez is getting set to tee it off. Jarrell will be kicking from the north end of the field, I believe, if I have my bearings straight. We're going to be on the home side in the booth. We're on the 45-yard line. What a beautiful complex here, the Manor Athletic Complex. And so Manor playing here, getting prepared for their new stadium. We just talked to some staff members. A beautiful complex being built there at Manor New Tech, just off 290 as you come into Manor. So they'll look forward to that. Jarrell gets ready to kick it off. Manor New Tech set to receive. Perez kicks it off right down the middle of the field. Fielded at the 10-yard line. He's going to come back to the near side here to the outside hash marks, and he cuts it up 25, breaks a tackle, and all of a sudden they blow it dead. Not sure what happened there. That was kind of an odd deal. The runner never went down. But they're going to blow him dead at the 28-yard line, and that is where the Titans will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
It's a little confusing seeing that. I mean, he was running straight up and down. Nothing that would have pointed out of a dead play.
Yeah, it wasn't a fair catch. He caught it at the 10. It had a nice return going all the way out to the 28-yard line, but it's blown dead there. And so that's where the Titans start off. They'll have 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. The Titans in all gray with the white and blue accent markings and the gray helmets. At quarterback looks to be number 1, Tasby Dominique. He's going to take it, and he goes up the middle. Now he cuts back to the left side, outside the hash marks. He's going to break it across the 35, 40, 45. He's finally hit and drugged down about the 48-yard line. Heron Rodriguez makes the tackle for the Cougars, but a nice gain there by Dominique Tasby. On a quick play there, he gets a gain of make it 21, all the way up to the 49-yard line on that run there. So a nice run by Tasby. He's back in the shotgun. 3 receivers right, 1 left, 1 running back offset to his right side. The Cougars on the defensive end, all blue pants, white jerseys, white helmets tonight. Tasby's going to take it. He's going to sweep to the right side on the quarterback keeper. He goes outside past the 50, the 45, where he's finally tripped up, make it the 44-yard line. So it'll be a gain of, looks like 5 yards there, 6 yards there. Now they're going to mark it at 7. It's going to be at the 44 of Jarrell. So a 7-yard gain there for Tasby. It'll be 2nd and 3 now for the Titans on the Jarrell 44-yard line. Two receivers left, two right now for the Titans. One receiver right, two running backs in the backfield, offset either side of Tasby. He'll turn, hand it off. He dances around there, and he breaks a tackle, gets up past the 20, back past the 45, 44, 43 is where they're going to mark him. And the pile comes to a stop there as the Jarrell defensive line stacks up the runner. Looked like it was number 12 or 13. I think 12 there. Jaden Gonzalez on the 1 yard gain. He gets to the 43 of Jarrell. Brings up 3rd and 2 now for the Titans. Two receivers left, two receivers right. They'll be snapping from the far side hash mark. Tasby looks down at his wristband. One running back offset to his right side. Shotgun snap. He's going to turn and hand it off. It will be hit back behind the line of scrimmage. A tackle for loss there. Aiden Edgar makes the hit, brings down the running back, number 44 for the Titans. I don't see that on the roster. He went down quickly, and a loss of 2. Back to the 45 of Jarrell. So it'll bring up now 4th and 4 for the Titans. Their first opportunity of the night for a 4th down, going for it on 4th. We'll see how the Cougar defense takes a stand here early in the ballgame. Two receivers left, two right, snapping it from the middle of the field on the 45. Tasby's going to keep it. He comes to the left side. He's going to get up to about the 41 and driven back quickly. A great spot here by the near side official all the way up to the 40. Tasby looked like he got stacked up at the 41. Nonetheless, it's a first down either way. And so the Titans with their second first down of the night on a keeper there, a 5-yard keeper by Tasby, the quarterback, down to the Jarrell 40-yard line. All plays at this point, all 5 plays have been run for the Titans. One receiver left, 3 right now for the Titans. Tasby on the near side hash marks. Now he's going to pass. A little floater out. Oh, wow. Number 21, Joseph Crathers, had a pick 6 right there, and he just couldn't hold on to it. He read the nice little swing route, Sterling. Great job by Crathers there. That could have turned the momentum in this game quickly by Crathers.
And that's definitely something you want to see as a coach. You see your players reading that play. You see them watching the quarterback and not taking that eye off of that ball, and almost had 6 for him, but just didn't come away with it.
Great job by Crathers there. And it's 2nd and 10 now. Tasby's going to turn. He looks to throw, and now he's going to throw it and try to get away from the pressure. He was pressured there by number 66 of your Cougars, Billy LaFrance, and number 65. Now all of a sudden I've lost there it is, my roster. 65, Brennan Wilson, of course, and number 66, Billy LaFrance there pressuring Tasby. And it brings up now 3rd down and 10 from the 40 of Jarrell for the Titans. Another 3rd down opportunity here for the Cougars to stop the Titans early on in the ballgame. Tasby takes a shotgun snap. He's going to keep it. He's stacked up quickly back at the 43-yard line on the sack. He couldn't decide if he's going to pass or keep. He did a fake handoff, and he got hit quickly there by Mr. Jake Copeland, and I believe Billy LaFrance as well. So a nice job there on the sack by the Cougar defense, and that's going to force a punt here, Sterling. So bend, don't break. A great philosophy for the night for the Cougar defense, and they do so on the first drive of the night for the Titans. So a loss of 3 yards brings up 4th down for the Titans from the 43 of Jarrell. The punter back for the Titans. He's going to get the ball, and he gets the kick away, spiraling kick. It'll be fielded at the 9-yard line, and the receiver falls down. And here comes the flag, a late hit. He can't get back up, and it's like the defender. It looked like he thought he was going to get up and run, and he jumps on it. So it'll be a late hit on the Titans. I didn't see who received the ball for it may have been Derek Warren back for the Cougars, and he just lost his footing, falls to the ground. But the beneficiary there is the late hit and a 15-yard bonus for the Cougars.
So, I mean, losing your footing kind of paid off, but unfortunately you get the short end of a stick of a hit while you're on the ground.
8 minutes and 19 seconds left here in the first quarter. 0-0 score. And the Cougars now will get the ball for their first possession of the night. They'll start at their own 24-yard line after the penalty, so you got to like it there. Let's see what the Cougar offense can pull off. Heron Rodriguez with 3 receivers to the right. He's going to turn, hand it to Warren right up the middle. That's the 25, 30, dragging 2 tacklers, 35, 40, up to the 43, 44-yard line. Derek Warren with a nice run Gets it all the way up to the Cougar 44. A gain of 20 there by Derek Warren and a first down. Great run by Derek Warren. You got to enjoy that, and you got to think the running game here is going to be on display for the Cougars.
You definitely see that patience and waiting for that hole to open up.
Shotgun snap, now handed Warren around the left side, outside the numbers. Nice cutback block. The flag's thrown on hitting the blind side block there as Warren got outside the 50 into Manor New Tech territory, out to about the 42, but it's going to be coming back on that. Schomburger got flagged there on the illegal, the blindside block. He did a great job of picking up the block, but unfortunately illegal as the defender had no opportunity to defend himself or see the block coming. So Warren will not get the gain there. It'll be a personal foul on the Cougars. It'll be a 15-yard penalty from the spot, I believe it will be, which was about the 50-yard line. We'll see where they spot it up.
And that's definitely a good call by the refs there. It's protecting the players who are focusing on one certain direction, but getting hit pretty hard from the next. You see him get popped pretty good there.
You like to see the effort by Schomburger. He did a great job. He got a good block, but just that they're trying to eliminate some of the injuries in football, and so you got to throw the flag there. So it ends up being a loss of 10 loss of 8 back to the 36. Heron Rodriguez takes a shotgun snap, hands it to Warren. He creeps up the middle from the 36 up to about the 40. They're going to mark him down at the 39. After first and 15, I guess that was about 19. Now it's going to bring up first and 15 for the Cougars, second and 15 for the Cougars from their own 39-yard line. So Warren with a 3-yard gain there.
And you see him, before his knees hit the ground, he's still crawling for those extra yards.
Shotgun snap will come back to Rodriguez. Quickly hands it to Warren. Now he sweeps here to the outside, makes a man miss all the way back past the 35, up past the 40, back to the line of scrimmage. He gets going to be driven out of bounds. A nice hit there, I believe, number 62. And he's not on my roster as well that I got offline for the Titans. So number 62 did a great job of pursuing there and staying with and knocking Warren out for no gain. And it brings up 3rd and 10 now for the Cougars. 3 receivers left, one right now. They're on the near side hash mark, closest to us from their own 39. Rodriguez, quick pass across the left side, in and out of the hands of, I believe it was Jasper Compton. I can't see the number. There he is. 21, Joseph Crathers. Pass a little bit behind him. So it'll bring up 4th down. After the penalty there on Schomburger, the offense stalls out, and so the Cougars will be forced to punt on their own from their own 39-yard line.
And going back to that play along the edge, you see 62 fighting off a block, being able to get him out of bounds.
Punt by Jasper Compton. Nice spiraling punt. Drops about the 22. Takes a Cougar bounce. Now a Titan bounce. Back to about the 22-yard line. As that was Jasper Compton on the punt. And so did a good job there. Flips the field back into Titan territory. About the 22-yard line is where they'll start their second possession. With 6 minutes, 25 seconds left in the first quarter. 0-0 score. As neither offense able to get any points on the board on their first drives. They both ended in punts. So a stop and a play here. The first quarter brought to you by Georgetown Jewelry. At the 6:25 mark, the Titans will take their first time of the half as Coach Quincy Williams takes the timeout. 6:25 of the first quarter. And so now the Cougar defense comes back on the field. Here's really another opportunity. You know Tasby is going to run the ball. We know he's pretty quick at the quarterback position, and he's one of the seniors on this team, and he did a good job there in the first series. So now the Cougars, is this what you expect again? Do you see the Titans try to open it up? What are the defensive coaches got to expect here from the Titans in their second possession?
That's definitely a good question because at this point you've seen every single play has been a run by Tasby or a handoff. And so, I mean, you're supposed to be expecting on the ground, but at the same time, that is also where that dual threat opens up for that play action or just a straight pass when you have the box stacked up.
The Titans will come back on the field with 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left, 1 running back, all set to the right side of Tasby in the backfield here on the near hash marks. Tasby in the shotgun. Looks like it's going to be a false start. Somebody didn't snap the ball and somebody jumped. the Cougar defense ready to go as they got ready to take off, and they had to stop. So it'll be 1st and 15 now. Back to their own, where do they mark it? At the 17-yard line now. So a penalty puts them behind the sticks to start. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Tasby takes a shotgun snap. He rolls to the right. Looks like he's trying to pass the ball. He throws it on the run, and it's going to be picked off by the Cougars. It looks like Schomburger went there and got it. See what happened there. He did get the interception. So the Cougars will take over. The defense steps up early here on that second possession on their first play. Tasby, it looked like he was going to do the quarterback keeper. Throws on the run and underthrows it. And Schomburger going back and kind of make it up for the penalty. Gets the interception. And the Cougars will have the ball at the 33 of the Titans.
Yeah, and that's at that point on Tasby, you just got to throw that ball away. You're outside the lines. Just make sure you get it past the line of scrimmage and get it out the way so you don't underthrow that ball.
2 receivers right, 1 left for the Cougars. Shotgun snap to Aaron Rodriguez. Hands it to Warren. He dances up past the 30, and he hits it to about the 29-yard line where he's stacked up and driven back. Forward progress cut there. And so it'll be about a gain of 3, maybe 4. Let's see where they spot him. It'll be about the 29-yard line. So a gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd and 6 now for the Cougars. As Warren has seen all the touches here early for the Cougars in the running game. Jasper Compton moves out from the backfield, now to the right side. 3 receivers right, 1 left for the Cougars. From the 29 of Manor. High snap. Rodriguez gets it, hands it to Warren. He cuts it outside. He breaks the tackle. He gets it to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Jarrell Cougars. Derek Warren goes to work from the 29-yard line and goes pretty much untouched once he hit that line. He breaks it outside the numbers all the way to the end zone. And your Cougars go up early here, 6-0, waiting for the extra point attempt from Jesus Perez.
That's definitely a good run. You watching Warren all year, knowing he's a powerful runner, knowing he is patient with those holes and opening up, just waiting for that hole to open up and watch him get one in.
Snap back and down by Aiden Edgar. Kick is up and good by Jesus Perez, and that makes it 7-0. The Cougars lead the Titans with 5:29 left here in the first quarter. So the Cougars come out and quickly, 1-play drive, 29 yards, take it, or 2 yards, I apologize, a 2-play drive, 33 yards in total, 29-yard touchdown run by Derek Warren, taking advantage of the turnover, which is what you like to see. The turnovers can kill you, and when you especially can put points on the board right after the turnovers, it's just a backbreaker, and that momentum just goes to the Cougars now. So the Titan offense has to kind of regroup after a quick turnaround.
And that's definitely something we were looking for from the Cougar offense, knowing they got stalled out on a couple mishaps, the flag and having to punt away, and just waited for them to get it together, talk about, hey, we can do this. We just need to get it together as a team and work for it, and there it pays off right there.
So a great job by the Cougar offense, Derek Warren. So far, I tell you what, you got to like it, Sterling. He's run the ball 5 times, and he's over 50 yards already. He's up past the, 29 and 20. He's got 49 yards and 56 yards so far on 5 carries, so averaging over 10 yards a run early here in the ball game. And so good omen there for the Cougars. When Warren runs well and is able to get out and create that, it so opens up the passing game for Rodriguez and for other options there with Jasper Compton, Schomburger, and Crothers on the outside. And so we'll see what the offense and the defense can do for the Cougars. The kickoff from Perez goes to the far side, fielded about the 3-yard line. Drop, picks it back up. He'll bring it across the 10. He stacked up there at the 10, taken down by the Cougars. Let's see who made the tackle there. Great pursuit by the kickoff team. He's not going to turn his back to us, but a great job by the kick team of going down and getting that pursuit controlled. Everyone stayed in their lanes, and the runner came back from the 3 by dropping the ball, though. Had a hard time of getting any momentum. Get stacked up, and they'll start deep in their own territory at the 10-yard line.
That containment is definitely one of the big things that is hard on big plays like a kickoff or a punt. You have so much open field and so much room to run. So being able to contain that and keep it to a minimal gain from where he picked up the ball is definitely something you'd like to see.
2 receivers, right, 2 left for the Titans from the far side hash marks. Tasby, the quarterback, takes a snap. He's going to come to the left. Now he cuts it, gets hit, back behind the line of scrimmage, brought down for about a 2-yard loss. They're going to be I tell you what, the near side lineman is a generous ball marking. He's got his generous ball marking out tonight. He gets Tasby back to the 9 as he was wrapped up about the 7 and taken down there at the 7 or 8 yard line. But he only loses 1. Make it 2 now because they started him out at the 11. Looking at the chains across the way. So a 2-yard loss back to the 9-yard line on the keeper there by Tasby. No room to work as the defensive line of the Cougars got through that O-line. 2 receivers right, 2 left for the Titans. Tasby in the backfield, offset with one running back to his right side. He'll put it in play here from the near side hash marks. Shotgun snap, now looks and now resets. And now Tasby up the middle. Now he has to break it outside. He's hit quickly and brought down. It looks like Jake Copeland. No, Jasper Compton got in there for the nice tackle. They did get Tasby down early. Don't let him get back to the line. He stopped all the way back to the 6-yard line, so another loss on the play, 3 yards. So it brings up 3rd and 15 now for the Titans from their own 6-yard line. A great job of Casper coming from the linebacker position, reading the play as Tasby kind of hesitated. It looked like he was going to go to the right, and his feet came out from under him thanks to Mr. Compton. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Now from the middle of the field in their own 6-yard line. Tasby takes a shotgun snap. He's going to go down the near side shot line. The pass is up and in and out of the hands of number 8, I believe it is. The jersey tucked in there, Isaiah Lewis. Unable to bring it in, and it brings up 4th and 15 now for the Titans. So the Cougar defense does a great job in response after the quick touchdown. So the interception and now a 3 and out, and it's going to be a punt out of their own end zone. And so now do you apply the pressure? Do you play a good return here and let Jasper Compton try to get a good return? So many options here for Coach Davidson as the Cougar defense has put the Titan offense into some serious trouble. Shotgun snap back to the punter. He's going to be about 8 yards deep when he catches it. He does get the punt off, but he gets it up high and short. Looks like it's going to bounce about the 20-yard line. He'll take a Titan bounce to the 25, make it to the 30, 31. Where it'll roll, stop. I tell you what, the Titans got a little lucky there as that ball, he tried to get it out quick from the pressure, and he sent it sky high and only about 14 yards, but he ends up getting a nice 11-yard roll after that. So a 25-yard punt, where the Cougars take over at the 31 of Manor. New Tech with 3:44 left here in the first quarter. So the offense getting set again. No passes still to be thrown. Only one pass to be thrown by Jarrell. It was the incompletion to Crothers on their first drive, where that ended up leading to a punt. And so a lot of running early on here for the Cougars. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Warren offset to the right of Aaron Rodriguez. Now Rodriguez is going to roll out to his right. He gets stacked up, and the sack back at the 38-yard line. Nice pursuit there by the Titans. They crashed in, and they didn't hand it to Warren. He set it up to pass. Number 25, Keyshawn Wilson, the sophomore defensive back, got in for the sack. And that's going to be a loss of, looks like 7, back to the 38-yard line for the Cougars. So 2nd and 17 now with 3:14 left in the first quarter. Warren now offset to the right side of Rodriguez. He'll drop back. He looks to the left side, and he's going for it. He throws it up wide open. Jasper Compton at the 6, and he runs in untouched. Touchdown, Jarrell Cougars. They didn't waste any time. Another 2-play drive, and Jasper Compton puts it on the board for the Cougars with 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. It's 13-0. Cougars lead it. What a beautiful pass there. Schomburger was covered. Crothers was covered. Compton came wide open.
Yeah, that's definitely, and especially being a smaller team on defensive side, it doesn't matter if you have the size or not. You have so many weapons on this Jarrell offense. All they have to do is wait for someone to get open. They'll make that play.
Extra point attempt. Snap is back and down. And the kick is up and good by Jesus Perez, the Mr. Consistency this year for the Cougars. And it makes it 14-0 here in the first quarter of tonight's ballgame between the Manor New Tech Titans and your Jarrell Cougars. Georgetown Jewelry brings us the first quarter action here on SHN Sports. Sure appreciate Georgetown Jewelry and Ricky Poe for all their support of SHN Sports and all of these young athletes here in the Central Texas area. So Manor New Tech finds himself down 14-0 here with 3 minutes left in the first half. They'll receive the kickoff from Jesus Perez of the Cougars. So on the board, you got to give credit to Rodriguez. He takes a sack for a loss of 7, and from the 38-yard line, just throws a beautiful rainbow pass there. Compton catches it on the run, builds it at the 6, and just untouched into the end zone. So a nice 38-yard touchdown pass. So the two scoring plays, though, coming from outside the red zone. The 29-yard run by Warren and the 38-yard passing catch for a touchdown from Rodriguez to Jasper Compton. 14-0 is where we find ourselves as Perez tees it up at the 40-yard line.
And all it takes for this Cougar offense to get going is one big play. Because then you see the next one, then the next one. And it's just, then you just got to call them butter because they get on a roll.
They get on a roll, and they do it. I tell you what, tonight, Warren seems like he's just very fluid, very smooth, and what you love to see early on. Jesus Perez kicks it off to the far side, hits at about the 6, and it's going to be a nice Jarrell roll as it goes into the end zone for a touchdown back. That ball bounced, and the Titan watched it. It looked like it was going to go the trajectory and take it out of bounds and get a penalty. That ball hit and kind of backspun. The pitching wedge worked well for Perez as he gets it to stop and roll back into the end zone for the touchback. And so the Titans will only take over at their own 25-yard line. So far, their best starting field position of the night, as Manor has found themselves at the 28, the 22, the 11, and now their own 25-yard line. 2 minutes, 58 seconds on the clock for Manor New Tech here in the first quarter. Find themselves trailing to your Jarrell Cougars 14-0. Two receivers right for the Titans, one left as they snap the ball from the center of the field. Tasby with two running backs. Tasby hands it to the right side running back. He hits about the 25 and falls down. And he almost looked like he just something came out from under him, like he lost his footing or something. He hit the ground quick.
Watching that slip made me flinch.
Number 6, Jaquil Rosario, another sophomore here on the team. And it's for no gain as he gets back to the 25-yard line. 2nd and 10. No running backs in the backfield with Tasby. 3 receivers right, 2 left here for the Titans. You got to watch the run, though. Tasby loves to run the ball, and he's going to do it right outside to the left side. He gets hit about the 28-yard line, 29, and he falls forward to the 30, make it to 31, so a gain of 6 there for Tasby. You open it up, and you let him get some running room. That young man hits the hole quickly. A gain of 6 there for the quarterback up to the 31-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 4 now for the Titans. As Tasby looks here to the left side, he's going to have 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 running back offset to his right side. The Cougars on defense. Man-to-man on the receivers on the outside with it, 1 safety deep. Tasby takes the shotgun. He's going to roll out to the right side. He gets stacked up and brought down for a loss. Is the ball out? The defense jumping around. But Tasby does hold on to it, but for a loss, back to about the 25-yard line. Maybe the 24. They're going to set him at the 24, so it's a loss of 7 on the quarterback keeper. And it'll bring up a 4th and 11 now for the Titans. And they'll come back and punt again as they lose some ground there. A loss of 1 there for the series. As the Titans get ready to punt again, Jasper Compton back for the Cougars at the 45-yard line of Jarrell. Shotgun snap, fielded, and the kick is away. A nice kick there. It'll be fielded by Compton at the 48 of Jarrell, and he moves forward past midfield, and he gets hit there about the 47-yard line of Manor, and that's where he'll be stopped. The Cougars take over at the 47 of New Tech. So the Cougars, with 49 seconds left on the first quarter clock, we'll have another possession, and it starts inside Manor New Tech's part of the field. One thing you've got to like so far for the defense, they've kept the Titans pretty compacted in their own zone and given their offense the ball in great field position to start this game.
Yeah, most definitely. And it's definitely a 2-part scheme here. If the offense gives up a play, you always see the defense coming out and bringing it hard to get that energy back going on their side.
Two receivers right, one left for the Cougars. Rodriguez is going to come back. Now he throws a backwards lateral to Jake Copeland. The eligible receiver, he hops him in at the 45, past the 40, 35, 30. Copeland down the far sideline. Finally run out of bounds about the 27-yard line. Oh, man, Jake Copeland, the defensive lineman, one of the senior leaders here for the Cougars, takes the pass from Heron Rodriguez. The hurdle at the 45, Sterling. You got to love it from the big man.
It definitely looked to me like an 18-wheeler going down 35 because he was hauling.
26-yard line is where they get to as Copeland gives him a 21-yard gain. Warren takes the handoff, comes around, runs over two defenders, but he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit by the Titan defense. He only gets back to the 26, so no gain on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 10 now for the Cougars from the 26 of Manor. Aaron Rodriguez looks off to the play call. He'll have three receivers left, one right now for the Cougar offense from the near side hash marks. Rodriguez takes a shotgun snap. He's going to go down the far right side here on the near side. He throws a jump ball. Number 10, Christopher Pursley, has to switch to defensive role, and the ball is incomplete in the end zone. The Titans had a chance for an interception there, but it goes for naught. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter where the Cougars lead it 14-0. And it'll bring up 3rd and 10 now when we come back here on SHN Sports with more Jarrell Cougar football. Welcome back to SHN Sports coverage of Jarrell Cougar football here in Manor, Texas tonight at the Manor Athletic Complex. The Titans and the Cougars doing battle here in the second quarter now. Brought to you by Rob Hip Insurance. The Cougars 3rd and 10 from the 26 of Manor. Warren takes a handoff. He gets stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1 to the 25. And brought down there. Number 71, name's not on the roster, makes a good hit. And brings down Warren, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the Cougars. 4th and 9. And Jesus Perez, it looks like he's going to take a shot at a field goal here. The Cougars in the middle of the field. The ball will be put down at the 32-yard line by Aiden Edgar, the holder. Perez with the 42-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, low line drive. It's up and good. Jesus Perez, Mr. Consistency, nails the 42-yard field goal. And with 11:27 left in the first half, the Cougars go up by 17-0 over the Manor New Tech Titans. What a nice kick there. That was a low line driver for Perez, Sterling, and no doubter that still had about 5 or 6 more yards. But nonetheless, a great kick by Jesus.
And I feel like a big, what is the word, contribution to that line drive, a low line drive, was that, I don't know if did you see Tasby right off that edge? All he had to do was lay out, and he probably could have blocked that. So I guess that a little bit of rush, but props to him to still getting it through hard.
Perez doing his job there, and the nice 42-yard kick, putting the Cougars up by 17. Tonight's game here on Jarrell Cougar football here on SHN Sports, brought to you in part by Georgetown Jewelry. Proud supporter of Jarrell Cougar football. For all your jewelry needs, including weddings, visit Georgetown Jewelry online at georgetownjewelry.com or in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown. Also in part by yourpersonalmd.net. Yourpersonalmd.net strives to be the real family doctor, and their desires to put their skills to provide high-quality care in a setting that will provide satisfaction for both themselves and our patients. Visit yourpersonalmd.net. Go Cougars. And Papa John's of Jarrell. Thank you for your sponsorship this year of Jarrell Cougar football. 11:27 left here in the first half. The Cougars lead it 17-0 over the Titans. Perez on to kick. It's going to be a nice little short pooch kick. It'll be fielded on a fair catch at the 33-yard line by the Titans, number 20. Not on our roster. Numbers have switched up. So number 20 on the fair catch, and that'll give the Titans their best field position of the night at the 33, make it the 34-yard line with 11:27 left here in the first half.
That was definitely smart. You see the size of him compared to that kicking team. It was smart to just call for that fair catch right there.
3 receivers right, 2 left. Tasby all alone in the backfield. Takes a snap, and he peels off to the left side outside the hash marks. And a penalty flag comes in from the far side line judge. Tasby gets back to the line of scrimmage, back to the 34 for no gain. It's going to be a hold, it looks like, on the Titans. Jake Copeland got some quick penetration there and had a shot at Tasby, but it looked like he may have gotten held. And that's going to be the call, holding on the Titans. That'll be enforced 10 yards. And it'll bring up first and 20 for the Titans from their own 24-yard line. So not the direction they want to see themselves go. But nonetheless, the holding penalty gets called. And so first and 20 now. So the Cougar defense pin their ears back and take their shots now. Try to get a hold of Tasby, bring him down. As you think the passing game is going to have to come into play here at some point. With 11 minutes left in the first half, down 17 and 20 yards to go for the first down. They've got to get all the way to their own 44-yard line. 3 receivers right, 2 left for the Titans. Tasby takes a shotgun snap right up the middle. Past the 25 to the 30, 35, where he's finally brought down. Copeland throws him down at the 35-yard line. So it'll be a gain of 11 there by Tasby. So it'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Titans.
And that's how quick this game can change. Goes from 1st and 20 and 2nd and 9.
Tasby takes a shotgun snap now to the left side. He gets hit, stacked up. He got maybe 2 yards there. He gets up to about the 37, and then he's hit and driven back there. I believe it was Brenham Wilson on the hit, number 65. Did a great job at not letting Tasby get much further. So up to the 37, a gain of 2, brings up 3rd and 7 now for the Titans. They're going to go to 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. On the far side hash marks, they'll take the snap with 1 running back in the backfield, offset to the right side of Tasby. He'll take the snap. He sets up to throw. He's going to throw it down the lane, and it's almost picked off. C.J. Allen turns around at the last minute. Had good coverage on the receiver here on the near side at the 40-yard line of Jarrell, but he knocks it down for an incompletion. And that'll bring up 4th and 7 now for the Titans, and they'll be punting the ball again. So a good job there by C.J. Allen covering his man very tightly. That ball just underthrown just a hair there by Tasby. And it's going to force the Titans to punt for the 5th time tonight. The punter stands about the 25, 26-yard line. Jasper Compton back at the 30 of Jarrell waiting to punt. Shotgun snap back. The punt is going to be kicked from about the 26-yard line. Nice punt. Fielded by Compton at the 33-yard line. He breaks to the outside across the 35, 40, up to the 45 where he's drugged down. And Jarrell will start there at their own 45-yard line. A nice punt, but a nice return there of about 12 yards by Compton. And the Cougars have great field position starting at their own 45 with 9 minutes, 41 seconds left here in the first half, leading 17-0 over the Titans. Our Bank of Jarrell. When you do business with our bank, our community bankers will take the time to listen to your financial needs and desires in order to help you create unique solutions that will allow you to achieve these goals. We have solutions for your personal and business needs or a combination of the two. Visit ourbanktexas.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Rodriguez takes a shotgun snap, now a swing pass to the right side. He overthrows Persley for an incompletion. He fake handoff to Warren, turns and fires to Persley as he had stepped forward 1 step. Now he drops back. but just overthrown there for the incompletion, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Cougars. From their own 45-yard line, 9:38 left here in the first half, leading 17-0 over the Titans. 2 receivers right, 1 left from the near side hash marks. Rodriguez takes it, hands it to Warren, up past the 45, make it to the 48-yard line, where it'll be brought down there for a gain of 3. It'll bring up 3rd and 7 now for the Cougars. And so now a lot of options to play here right at the 48-yard line of Jarrell, just 2 yards from midfield, and Cougars taking their time now. They all step back, look to the sideline to get the play call. 9 minutes on the clock. 3 receivers right now for the Cougars. 1 left. Schomburg, receiver left. Rodriguez drops back. He's going to be pursued. Now he's going to scramble to the right side, outside the 40. Throws on the run and out of bounds. Incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th and 7 now for the Cougars. Heron Rodriguez did a great job there of getting rid of the ball. You don't try to make any magical plays. Being pursued. Number 71, the big man, chasing down Rodriguez from the backside, and Rodriguez just dumps it up, gets it out of bounds. Live for another day here as Jasper Compton comes in to punt the ball away for the Cougars.
And that's definitely right. I mean, he did have receivers open downfield, but in between him and those receivers were definitely a lot of more defenders.
Compton punts it low. Line driver bounces at the 27 and gets a Cougar rollback past the 20 down to the 17, make it the 16-yard line. So Compton, that low line drive punt, just took off running once it landed. And it pins the Titans inside their 20, where they'll take over with 8:38 left here in the first half. Down 17-0. Eagle Auto Parts of Jarrell sponsors Jarrell Cougar football. WVE Vehicle Electronics, offering a portfolio of high-quality aftermarket vehicle electronics, including connectors, relays, solenoids, switches, emission, and ignition electronics. Building upon a foundation of premium full-line programs established under the NGK Spark Plug and NTK sensor brands, WVE products are rigorously tested and engineered to perform in import and domestic vehicles. The Titans come out at their own 15-yard line, 16-yard line, 1st and 10. 8:38 left here in the first half. Tasby gets the snap. He's going to fire it here on the near sideline, but over the head and out of bounds. Out of play. Threw it just a little far as number 25, Keyshawn Wilson, was covered there by number 14, Brady Gola for the Cougars. Good coverage, but the ball just about 5 yards out of bounds. So it brings up now 2nd and 10 for the Titans from their own 16-yard line. Tasby's going to have 3 receivers here to the right. Now it looks like 2 running backs. Now a lot of changes going on. They've stopped the play clock. And now there's a meeting here of the officials on the near hash marks about the 18-yard line. See what the conversation and the call is going to be. Kind of an odd situation here as 4 of the umpires have gathered. 8:32 left in the first half. 17-0. The Cougars lead it. 2 touchdowns, 1 running touchdown, 29-yard run by Derek Warren to start the scoring off for the Cougars. And the Jesus Perez kick made it 7-0. And now I never saw a penalty flag on the field, but they call a holding on the defense on the Cougars. So the ball will be moved forward 10 yards to the 26-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's definitely confusing. No flags on the play, nothing like that. And they just come together for a random meeting, and all of a sudden there's a holding call.
They'll set the chains now. 8:32 left in the first half. Tasby gets the call. He's got 1 receiver left, 3 right on the far side hash marks. He'll take the snap. He fakes the pass, and now he's going to try to take it up the middle where he gets hit quickly and brought down at the 25-yard line. That looked like Aiden Edgar coming through on the tackle. It sure was from the linebacker position. They're going to give Tasby the back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Titans from the 26-yard line. But a great play there by Aiden Edgar to get through and keep Tasby under wraps for no gain. They look to the near side, looking for the calls here. 3 receivers to the right, 1 left now for the Titans. 1 running back offset to the left side of Tasby in the backfield. The Cougars, man-to-man defensive backs. Tasby's going to take it. Now take it to the left side, outside the numbers. Up past the 25. Push 25 to the 30. Try to see where they bring him down. Looks about the 31-yard line. Would it be a gain of 5 and bring up 3rd and 5 now for the Titans from their own 31. Good job there by the Cougars. Tasby got away running early. The first play of the game was a 21-yard gain, and since then, Cougars have done a good job of keeping Tasby under wraps and not letting him get away with any big runs. Where they find themselves now, 3rd and 5 from the 31 of Manor. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Tasby with 1 running back offset to the right side in the backfield. Shotgun snap. Comes to Tasby, and the blitz is on. Aiden Edgar up the middle. Sidesteps it. Now he's going to get hit. Jake Copeland gets it. The ball comes loose. Let's see if they call it. The Cougars look to have pounced on it. No signal yet. It's going to be 4th down as Tasby, number 8, Isaiah Lewis was able to fall on the ball and keep possession for the Titans as Copeland, and I believe it was 63, Anthony Gaddison. One of them hit him, and Copeland jumped on and brought him down, and the ball pops free. But it brings up 4th and 2 now for the Titans from their own 38-yard line, 39-yard line. And the punt. Low line driver here to the near side. Bounces it to 37. Now down to the 30. Nice roll for the Titans inside the 25. All the way down. It looks like about the 22-yard line. So a nice punt there for the Titans. The punter runs off the field. Let's see if he'll turn his numbers. Number 68, I believe. His name is not on our roster. But a nice punt there. The low line driver. It's like the old Australian football kicking. Rugby style. He kicks out to the right side. He kicks that low line driver. He uses the bounce to his benefit as the Cougars take over at their own 21-yard line with 6:03 left here in the first half.
And that's one of those punts I always like to see. Get up in the air. That's a knuckleball, and it will bounce for days if you get it right on that corner.
And a good job by Compton just to get away. All the Cougars flee the area. Let the ball come to rest. It's not a live ball, and let it be down. No chance, no reason taking a chance of mishandling that tough ball. Rodriguez takes a shotgun snap, hands it to Warren across the right side. He's going to be hit and brought down for a loss, and a flag goes down on the far sideline. We'll see what that penalty is. Maybe a hold there on the Cougars. It is. So Warren was brought down back at about the 17-yard line, a loss of 4. But I'm assuming that play will not stand. I would assume Coach Quincy Williams will take the hold and bring up 1st and 20 instead of 2nd and 14 for the Cougars. So we'll see what they do here. A lot of discussion going on between both sidelines and the officials. Holding on the Cougars. Penalty is declined. So they're going to take the result of the play. It'll bring up 2nd down. We'll see where they mark Warren down at. It looks like they're going to mark him back to the 19-yard line. Nope. The near side official did not give up his spot. He wants to get it right. It's at the 18, so it's a loss of 3 there for Warren. His first loss of the play on a running play. It'll bring up 2nd and 13 for the Cougars. They'll have a receiver right. 3 receivers left as Schaumburger, Crathers, and Compton come to the near side. Ball will be put in play from the far side hash marks. Rodriguez drops back. He fakes the pass. Now he's going to scramble up past the 20. He cuts back up to about the 22-yard line. He'll be stacked up there. So it'll be about a gain of 5 up to the 23-yard line. So gain of 5 for Heron Rodriguez. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 8 now for the Cougars. It looked like Rodriguez is going to throw the ball, and then all of a sudden he kept it and took off up the middle and back to the right side and turned it at least into a positive there for the Cougars.
I mean, with being that positive, you still got to give a nod to that defense. Definitely put in some good pressure on them.
Rodriguez draws back. Now he's getting blitzed all the way back to the 10. He's going to be sacked all the way back to the 7 or 8 yard line. We'll see where they spot him. The blitz was on, and they got him. The Titans drive Rodriguez all the way back. They're going to spot it at the 9 yard line. A loss of 16 yards. It's going to be 4th and ever for the Cougars there. Now Compton will be punting from his own end zone after that big loss on that sack. And so a great job by the Titan defense. A great blitz call by the Titan coaches. Compton will punt from the goal line. He gets it out. It's going to bounce. Nope, be fielded about the 35, 36 yard line. Break a tackle. Tasby past the 30 up to about the 27. Make it the 26 yard line. Tasby, the machine for the Titans tonight. He fields the punt and a nice return. He broke a couple of tackles there, Sterling. I tell you what, you got to like the shiftiness of Tasby. He is hard to bring down. I tell you what a great job there. And the Titans are in business. They got the ball 1st and 10 from the Jarrell 32.
The shiftiness, the power, the drive, the elusiveness, the straight will to get as many yards as he can for his team is definitely fun to watch. It puts a good question mark on how to handle him.
3 receivers left, 2 right. Tasby, the lone person in the backfield for the Titans. He'll take the snap. He comes up to the line of scrimmage, and he's hit there. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. A great job off the outside edge. Aiden Edgar hits Tasby. They're going to give him a 1 yard gain up to the 26 yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. But a great job there by Aiden Edgar. He got in the backfield quickly and did not let go. It did not let Tasby break free as he had an opportunity up the middle there. And Edgar doing a great job of holding on. 3 receivers left, 2 right now for the Titans from the near side hash marks. Tasby in the backfield by himself. He awaits the shotgun snap. Snap back. Tasby's going to roll to the left side outside of Copeland. Copeland chases him down. Finally going to bring him down inside the 20, about the 18 yard line. It'll be a yard short of the first down. It'll bring up 3rd and 1 from the 18 of Jarrell. A nice run there by Tasby. Copeland chased him down. Finally brought Tasby down, but not after a nice little 8 yard gain. 3rd and 1 for the Titans. 2 receivers right, 3 left from the far side hash marks. Tasby will take the shotgun snap right up the middle, and he gets hit quickly. He breaks the tackle, but here come the trooping. Oh, what the pack of Cougars. Boy, howdy. They're going to spot Tasby forward to the 17 for a first down. Not sure how, but there will be a 1st and 10 for the Titans, so give him the 17. But, wow, the host of Cougars just piled on. Tasby tried to break 1 tackle, and that was all for naught as he got hit quickly by several Cougar defensemen. Another timeout here now with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the first half by Coach Quincy Williams. We'll take a quick timeout with them and be back here with SHN Sports and more Jarrell Cougar football after this. Welcome back to SHN Football's coverage of Jarrell Cougar football here from Manor, Texas. 17-0. The Cougars lead the Manor New Tech Titans with 2:16 left in the first half. The Titans have the ball 1st and 10 from the Jarrell 17-yard line. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Tasby, the quarterback, takes it, and he's quickly hit for a loss, I believe. Let's see who got in there for the Cougars. Hard to tell there. Somebody shot that gap and brought Tasby down for a loss of 2 back to the 19-yard line. What a play. 2nd and 12 now for the Titans from the Cougar 19-yard line. They look here on the near side for the signal from the coach. 1 minute, 44 seconds and rolling here in the first half. 17-0. The Cougars jumped on it early. All 17 points coming in the first quarter. 3 receivers right, 1 left, 1 running back in the backfield. Tasby drops back. He's going to pass. Now he's going to have to tuck it and run after the pressure. He throws on the run for a touchdown. There comes the flag. Yes, Tasby got past the line of scrimmage and threw the ball. Somebody illegal forward pass. So that touchdown's going to be called back. Tasby got about the 17, 16-yard line when he threw it. Just a little bit too far.
I feel like that has to be called by the line judge, because they're standing right there on the line of scrimmage watching the play happen, and for the back judge to come up and throw a flag because it looks like he was on that line, it's kind of skeptical. Now, if it was thrown by a line judge, it's like, okay, he's right there on the line, he sees that happening. But if you're from behind, like we're from behind watching on that, it was kind of hard for us to see if he was past that line or not.
Illegal forward pass called on the Titans, on Tasby. So that'll negate the touchdown, bring the ball back to the 24-yard line at loss of 5. But nonetheless, that brings up a loss of down. So now it brings up 3rd and long for the Titans with 1:11 on the clock and running. Tasby alone in the backfield he's got 1 running back offset to the right side. He'll take the shotgun snap. Now he's going to go down the near side. And it's thrown up in the end zone, and the ball is batted down. It looked like one Cougar had the ball. See what the flag is now.
This is going to be a big call right here, if it is what I think it is. I think it's a pass interference. It's going to be a big one coming into the last 58 seconds of the first half.
Pass interference on the Cougars. I didn't see anything happen. The 2 Cougar defensive backs went up for the ball and kind of bumped into each other and dropped the ball, knocked it out of each other's hands for the incompletion. But that is all for naught, as that's going to be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. So that will take it. Let's see where they put it, though. It's going to take it inside the red zone from the 24. So we'll see where they spot the ball. But nonetheless, it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Titans.
And I feel like the call was made 2 or 3 yards out of the end zone, because watching them go into the end zone for that ball, you see a little fighting with the hands. I mean, most of the time, if they're both going back and forth, then it's just a good contested play by both offensive and defensive players. You see it negate, and it will be a no call, but it kind of did look like it got a little handsy holding down the arm.
1st and 10 from the 12-yard line of Jarrell is where the ball will be set for the Titans. With 58 seconds left here in the first half, Tasby comes back out. He's got 3 receivers to the right side, 2 receivers to the left. They'll be going into play, putting the ball into play from the far side hash marks. Now the referees all meeting, trying to figure out what's going on here. They just can't figure out. Now they're going to give them even more yards. That's kind of, once you get inside the 20, you gave them 15 yards, but inside that's kind of hard to believe. But it did go down to the 9-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Titans from the 9-yard line of Jarrell. After the pass interference play, Tasby takes the shotgun snap, throws it into the near side corner. The battle up in the end zone, and the ball knocked free. The defender for the Cougars, let's see who that was there. Looks like number 14, Brady Gola. Did a great job there going up with the receiver, knocking the ball away. So that brings up 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line for the Titans. Great defense there by Gola. The pressure put on. 51 seconds left here in the first half. The Titans trying to put some points on the board before halftime. The Cougars are going to get the ball to start the second half. It'd be great to get a defensive stand here or even better, maybe a turnover, a pick six, something just to quiet this Manor New Tech crowd. Tasby with 4 receivers right. Now he's going to keep it, go to the left side. He gets inside the 9, maybe to the 8, 7-yard line. He'll be stacked up there. The whistle blown after forward progress is stopped. It'll be up to the 7-yard line, so it's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line. They sent everyone to the right side and only had 1 receiver left, and Tasby tried to go to that short side of the field, and the defense stood. 38 seconds left here in the first half. And Coach Quincy Williams will take a quick timeout here, his last of the first half. We'll come back after this with more Jarrell Cougar football on SHN Sports. All right, here we go. Back on SHN Sports coverage of Jarrell Cougar football. 38 seconds left in the first half. Manor with a 3rd and goal from the 7 of Jarrell. Tasby, 3 receivers right, 2 left. He's going to keep it around the right side. Inside the 10, down to the 5. He's chased, and he gets free and into the end zone for the touchdown. He takes down the pylon and the referee. And the Titans score with 30 seconds left here in the first half. A nice play by Tasby as he went around the right side and outran a couple of defenders to get to the end zone, and that's going to cut the score 17-6 now with 30 seconds left here in the first half. A nice run by Tasby on the 7-yard keeper.
It looked like he was playing football and bowling at the same time. He got a strike at the corner and went into the end zone.
Tasby now the holder. Shotgun snap back and down. The kick is up, and the extra point is good for the Titans. The kicker comes over to the near side. Everybody enjoying that one. Wish we had his name. That young man's done a good job. But the kick is good. And it cuts the score now to 17-7 with 30 seconds left here in the first half. The Cougars lead by 10. Manor did a good job there. They had short field position, though. After that sack by the Titans back to the 9-yard line, Compton's punt fielded back about the 40-37 and run back to the 27-yard line. So Manor had great field position at the Jarrell 27, and they made the most of it to get their first points of the ball game. And now they'll kick off to the Cougars. The Cougars will get this kickoff. And remember, to start the second half, the Cougars will get the ball again. And so you're going to see here, can they get a good return? They have an opportunity maybe to get something quick, maybe a field goal shot for Jesus Perez. He's got a great leg, Mr. Consistency from the kicking game for the Cougars this year. So let's see what Coach Davidson has worked up. He has all his timeouts, I believe, remaining. So an opportunity here for Jarrell to take some chances here in the last ball game of the year to see what the coaches want to do, have some fun with these players. As the ball will be teed up from the 40-yard line. Number 68 doing the kicking duties for the Titans tonight. Deep will be Schomburger and Derek Warren for the Cougars. Some substitutions going on for the Titans as they prepare for kickoff. Oh, they're looking for the ball to come into play, and here it comes to the kicker to tee up at the 40. Tonight's broadcast of Jarrell Cougar football brought to you in part by Georgetown Jewelry, YourPersonalMD.net, the R Bank of Jarrell, Eagle Auto Parts of Jarrell, and Papa John's Pizza in Jarrell, Texas. We appreciate all of our sponsors, especially here. The second quarter brought to us by Rob Hip Insurance, Georgetown Jewelry, the Oak Ridge Disciple House, YourPersonalMD.net will sponsor our third quarter, and then Georgetown Jewelry will round us off as we close out the season tonight here on the road in Manor. Manor New Tech set to kick off, and the kick is now away. Low line drive. Bounced, fielded at the 12-yard line. Warren's going to pick the handoff to Schomburger around the far side. Gets outside the numbers to the 30. Got some blockers, 35, 40, 45. Cuts it back, 50-yard line, at least a midfield where Warren is hauled down. What a return of about 40 yards for Warren. Let's see where they mark him. But now the Cougars have good field position. 20 seconds left in the first half. And they got the secret weapon, Jesus Perez, in the bag for the field goal opportunity if the Cougars want to try. We'll see what happens here. Referee blowing his whistle dead. Points to the scoreboard.
He's changing the time, I'm assuming.
10 seconds ran off from the kick to the whistle, and now he's trying to reset something.
I'm thinking he's saying 24 seconds instead of 20.
They'll try to get the time set. The Cougars will take over 1st and 10 at midfield. What a nice return by Derek Warren.
I mean, with that much time on the clock after a good return like that, I say take some chances. You have 3 timeouts. I say take some shots down the field, and if need be.
Now they're trying to get the clock squared away. The thing is, the referees are bundled up cold for tonight's game, so it's hard to read what his fingers are. So far, 20. All right,
there we go.
Good call. 24 seconds left here in the first half. 1st and 10 for the Cougars from the midfield stripe. They'll put it into play from the far side hash mark with 3 receivers right, 1 left for the Cougars. Warren offset to the right side to Rodriguez. The ball put into play. Now it's going to be the end around. Schomburger comes around left to the right, takes a pitch inside the 45-40, driven out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 there. Takes off 10 seconds on the clock. So it'll be 14 seconds left here in the first half. I thought it ran a little bit longer. But they stop it there at 14. A 10-yard gain by Schomburger on the reverse. So you see, having some fun here with some play calling here in the second or last minutes of the last seconds of the first half. Not sure how you mark that one short. It's on the 40-yard line. But they're going to mark it second and about an inch for the Cougars from the 40 of Manor.
I don't know. We're right above that 40-yard line. It looked like he was.
Now they're going to move it.
North end. Okay.
All right. I was going to wonder how you measured that one so simple without a chain measurement there, because you put the nose of the football on the 40, and the Cougars clearly started on the 50 to start the drive. So it'll be 1st and 10. Coach Davidson takes the first time out of the half for the Cougars as they come out of the huddle back to play. 1st and 10 from the 40. 14 seconds left in the first half. The Cougars lead the Titans 17-7 here in Manor, Texas, at the Manor Athletic Complex, home of the Manor Mustangs, the Manor New Tech Titans. Next year, the new facility. It'd be neat to see when they open that up. The satellite image that we saw looks like it's going to be a beautiful turf field with the blue colors and the silver and white for the Titans. So it'll be neat to see next year with their own home field as they go into their 3rd year. Rodriguez takes a shotgun snap. He drops back. Now he's being pressured. He's going to be sacked back at the 45-yard line. He's tripped up. And another timeout will be spent here as the clock blown dead at the 8-second mark. As Rodriguez didn't get much time there. He curled back about 5 yards, and he got taken down. It looked like he was going to try to run and just didn't have the time. His feet were taken out from under him. So it brings up 2nd and 15 now from the Manor 45 on that sack. Coach Davidson burns timeout number 2. 8 seconds left on the clock. The Cougars having the opportunity to get the ball to start the second half. Like to do something here to try to put some points up, kind of double-dip that opportunity there as you want to end the first half with a few points and pick up some more start in the second half. So let's see what the shot is here with 8 seconds left. You have a quick out maybe, get the ball out of bounds, give Perez an opportunity for a long field goal. You're going to want to be up about the 30-yard line minimum to give him any kind of shot at a 45, 47-yard field goal. So we'll see what they do here. You got Schomburger, the lone receiver, to the left side. They'll be putting the ball into play from the center of the field at the 45 of Manor New Tech. Two receivers will be to the right side. You have a tight end set on the left side with Warren offset to the right side of Rodriguez in the shotgun. Stands at the midfield stripe. He drops back. And now it looks like he's going to throw it. Now he's being pressured again, and now he's going to be sacked again. Back at the 46-yard line, a loss of 1 on the sack, and that'll be the end of the first half. I tell you what, the Manor Newtek Titan defensive line is putting pressure on Rodriguez every time he drops back. And that's how the first half ends, is with a sack, a loss of 1.
And that's the same thing that happened when Jarrell had ended up having to punt out of their own end zone. Is the Manor Newtek Titans, they have gotten into a rhythm on defense of constant pressure, and that is something they obviously feel very comfortable with. They're reading the ball off the snap, being able to beat the Cougars have size advantage on that line, offensive and defensive both, but the defensive and offensive line for the Titans have definitely done a good job and able to put that best foot forward for the rest of the team.
You got to think, maybe here at this point you go to maybe some screen passes, maybe to temper off some of that pressure. Maybe they're going to have to stay honest, because if you start dumping it to Compton on a wide receiver screen, Schaumburger or Warren a quick dump outside the backfield, now you keep sending that pressure and you're opening up the middle of the field for the speedy receivers and running backs for the Cougars. And so you'll see what some changes are made here at halftime by the Cougar coaches as they go in leading 17-7 over Manor Newtek here in the final ball game of the year for both teams. So we'll take a timeout. We'll send it to the Friday Night Football Show back in the Georgetown Jewelry Studios of SHN Sports after this break.
These holes and make these stops. Or else this score is going to continue to go up.
Patriots' largest deficit of the evening. It'll be 1st and 10 Elgin from the 9-yard line. 8:20 to go in the Rob Hipp Insurance third quarter. And it's a handoff to Trey Isom as he tries to sweep to the right, can't quite get the edge, and is brought down by Thomas Thornburg. Gain of maybe a yard on that play. Brings up 2nd down. As the quarterback for Elgin, Peter McFerrin tonight, a junior. He's just outmatched the Patriots with all of his speed. Now it'll be 2nd down and 8 for Elgin. Ball on the 11-yard line. McFarland, and he's going to keep it himself and roll out to the right side, scramble, and he's tackled just shy of the 20-yard line.
Tackle by number 17.
That was Brandon Hernandez on the tackle, and it's going to be 3rd and 1 for Elgin here. Ball will be marked down at the 19-yard line. Elgin taking their time getting set up as the play clock just now starts to tick. Just over 7 minutes to go here in the Rob Hipp Insurance third quarter. Elgin leading 35-6. And now McFarland will do what he does best, go under center and get a giant push from this Elgin offensive line. And he sneaks it and gets the 1st down. Just enough for the 1st down. So it'll be 1st and 10 Elgin from their own 20-yard line now. Clock continues to tick. Elgin is taking their time getting set up, leading 35-6. They know they don't have to do much this entire second half unless Eastview attempts a miraculous comeback. Now McFarland in the pistol. Takes the snap, hands the ball off to Isom, who rushes up the middle, and runs into Thomas Thornburg at about the 25-yard line. And so this will bring up second down and about 6 for the Wildcats. Indeed, a 4-yard gain for Isom on that carry. Elgin taking their time now. Just halfway through this Rob Hip Insurance third quarter now. McFarland now. 10 seconds to go on the play clock. All alone in the gun. 2 receivers to his left. McFarland takes the snap, and he's going to keep it himself. He rushes out toward the right hash mark and is brought down just shy of the first down marker. Tackled by Roland Hines. And Elgin is in a pretty conservative clock mode now. They know they can get a first down if they need to. They're just trying to get as much time off the clock as possible.
Well, they definitely keep it with third down and manageable. Third down is short.
McFarland now. It's going to be a screen pass to the wide receiver, caught at the 30-yard line, and he's got all sorts of room, but is tripped up. After getting the first down, he's tripped up at the 40. Making the catch for Elgin was Trevor Kurgan. Picks up the first down for Elgin, and that was all they need. The clock will temporarily stop with 5:18 to go here in the Rob Hip Insurance third quarter.
So far, defensively for the Patriots tonight, the woes continue as Elgin just moves the ball at will.
And you got to think, Michael, this is a Patriots squad that's set to take on Kerrville-Tivy next week. First place in their district, as it's another screen pass caught by Kurgan, who has a whole lot of space. Kurgan makes it to the 50 before being tripped up by Cooper Namkin. And Cooper Namkin tackles Kurgan. Picks up another first down for Elgin, but Michael, the Patriots are set to go down to Kerrville to face Kerrville-Tivy next week. And you got to think the scouts for Kerrville-Tivy are licking their chops right now, thinking we might not even have to attempt a pass next week.
Well, that's definitely what it's showing, but hopefully next week you'll have Millette back and Colson back and the Patriot back at full strength on both sides of the ball.
On 1st and 10, ball on the 49-yard line. McFarland rolls out to the right side, throws, caught at the 30-yard line, a 20-yard gain. It is caught by Trevor Magnuson. Magnuson falls on his knees to pick up the first down, but a 20-yard pass. Or a near 20-yard pass, probably closer to about 18 yards, but Elgin now, that's their first pass in quite some time, and they're not looking to let up on this score, leading 35-6 with 4 minutes to go here in the third. Elgin wants to score again. McFarland now, 1st and 10, ball on the 29-yard line, in the gun. McFarland hands off to Isom, who rushes up the middle and has a huge hole. Makes it to about the 20-yard line. And that's a solid gain of 7, maybe 8 yards. It'll set up second down and short. 8-yard gain officially, so it'll be second down and 2 Elgin. The ball will be spotted at the 21-yard line of Eastview. 3:28 to go here in the Rob Hip Insurance third quarter. Elgin leads at 35-6. McFarland taking his time and now getting set up in the gun. Isom is his running back. 2 receivers to the left. McFarland hands off to Isom, who sweeps out to the left side and is brought down viciously. It's going to be a face mask call. Roland Hines on the tackle there for Trey Isom. And unfortunately for the Patriots, Roland Hines just got a handful of
face masks.
Trey Isom's helmet.
Yeah, I got a handful of helmet and face mask. As flags came from about 3 different directions.
It was almost a desperation tackle there by Roland Hines. And that should be a penalty of about half the distance to the goal. And we've got an injured player on the field. Looks to be an injured Elgin Wildcat. So we'll go ahead and take a brief commercial break while they tend to this injured player. Stay tuned. You're watching Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Elgin leads at 35-6.
Couldn't work for 6 to 12 months due to a serious illness or major accident, how would that affect you or your family financially? Hi friends, I'm Rob Hipp. I offer products that can help during the tough and unforeseen times. For more information, please call me directly at 512-522-9105. Again, that number is 512-522-.
It was almost a desperation tackle there by Roland Hines. And
It's no gain, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Again, like I told you earlier, they're going to run in and out about 14 different running backs, but they're really only going to run about 3 of those guys. Becker under center. He's in a wing T formation. That's going to be a handoff on a sweep to Lance Poling. He's going to be met in the backfield by Cade Edwards. A loss of a yard, I believe. No, it looks like they get him back to the original line of scrimmage on forward progress. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 for Marble Falls here. 8:32 remaining in the Lori Tuggle State Farm 3rd quarter. Slot T formation. Bowling in motion. It's going to be a handoff to the up man now is Ben Anderson. He's going to get a couple about to the 29-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 6. And probably a punt situation here, but you never know with Coach Herm. And it looks like it is. It's going to be a traditional punt. First time we've seen that all night. Back deep to kick for Marble Falls. It looks like a 32, but I don't have a 32 on the roster. No, scratch, 31, Logan Barnes. He gets the punt away, but just barely. It's a wobbly kick. It's going to land about the 48-yard line and go out of bounds at the 49 of Marble Falls. So not a very good punt. And that's going to set up Cedar Creek 1st and 10 inside Marble Falls territory at the 49-yard line here with 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. And there's a whistle. We're going to switch the ball out. Get a Cedar Creek ball in. In formation, we're going to go 2 to the top side. It's going to be Livingston and Pruitt. 2 backs in the backfield is going to be Colton Fitzhugh and Dominic Mojica. And it's going to be a handoff to Fitzhugh, and he's going to make a move and get up across the 45-yard line, brought down about the 43, but there is a flag on the play in the area of holding. So I would expect this one to come back and be tacked off a little more. It will negate the 6-yard run by Fitzhugh. And that's exactly what it is. Again, the mic is not, the ref is not mic'd up, so, but it is a hold, and that's going to set up a 1st and 20. Ball now will be spotted at the 41-yard line. Same formation. It's got Vin Clark near side to us. Caldwell in the shotgun, snaps back, It's going to be a fake handoff. He's got time. He goes deep. He's got a man under coverage, and that ball's going to be almost intercepted by Anderson. But then it almost came down right in the breadbasket of Javon Livingston. There was a lot of hand fighting going on deep. Could have easily been pass interference on Anderson, but nevertheless, it'll go as an incomplete pass and bring up a second down and 20. .6:52 here remaining in the third quarter. Play coming in from the sideline. Then Clark near side whistles. Timeout, Cedar Creek. That'll be the first for the half, and that'll be our first timeout as well. This is the Creek broadcast team on SHN Sports. We'll be right back.
Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home. Central Texas High School football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at GeorgetownShirtCompany.com. ...2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry.
Jarrell Cougar football brought to you in part by Georgetown Jewelry, proud supporter of Jarrell Cougar football. For all of your jewelry needs, including weddings, visit Georgetown Jewelry online at georgetownjewelry.com or in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, Texas. Jarrell Cougar football brought to you in part by YourPersonalMD.net. YourPersonalMD.net strives to be the real family doctor and desire to use our skills to provide high-quality care in a setting that will provide satisfaction for both ourselves and our patients. Visit YourPersonalMD.net. Go Cougars! Jarrell Cougar football brought to you in part by Our Bank of Jarrell. When you do business with our bank, our community bankers will take the time to listen to your financial needs and desires in order to help you create unique solutions that will allow you to achieve these goals. We have solutions for your personal and business needs or a combination of the two. Visit ourbanktexas.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Jarrell Cougar football brought to you in part by Eagle Auto Parts of Jarrell, WVE Vehicle Electronics, offering a portfolio of high-quality aftermarket vehicle electronics including connectors, relays, solenoids, switches, emission, and ignition electronics. Building upon a foundation of premium full-line programs established under the NGK Spark Plug and NTK sensor brands, WVE products are rigorously tested and engineered to perform in import and domestic vehicles. For your vehicle electronic needs, choose WVE Vehicle Electronics. Precision engineered to perform. Found at your hometown Eagle Auto Parts store in Jarrell, Texas. Jarrell Cougar football presented by Georgetown Jewelry, yourpersonalmd.net, Our Bank of Jarrell, Eagle Auto Parts, and Papa John's Pizza. Welcome back here at SHN Sports coverage of Jarrell Cougar football here in Manor, Texas for the final game of the season for your Jarrell Cougars. Facing up against the Manor New Tech Titans. We're at halftime, 17-7. The Cougars lead the Titans. The scoring in the first half was started off after an interception by Schomburger. Joseph Schomburger picks off the Tasby pass. Dominique Tasby has been pretty much the dominant player here for the Titans. Schomburger picked him off at the 33-yard line of Manor New Tech. And 2 plays later, we had a 29-yard touchdown run by Derek Warren to start off the scoring. The extra point by Jesus Perez made it a 7-0 lead for the Jaguars, or the Jarrell Cougars. I've been reading all these halftime scores on my app for me, and I'm going back and forth between these names. Manor comes back out, 3 and out. They punt the ball, and quickly the Cougars had them pinned deep, and they had to punt from their own end zone. The Cougars started with the ball on the Manor New Tech 31-yard line. 2 plays after a 7-yard run to the 38. There was a touchdown pass from Heron Rodriguez to a wide-open Jasper Compton. And the Jesus Perez extra point was good, and that put the Cougars up 14-0. And another punt by the Manor New Tech Titans. Cougars got the ball back at the 47 of Manor New Tech with 49 seconds left in the first quarter. And they ended up kicking a 42-yard field goal to cap off the scoring for the Cougars tonight. 17-0. They led the ball game right before the end of the half, Sterling. A nice drive put together by the Titans. They got the ball in great field position at the 27-yard line of Jarrell after the return by Tasby. And they took it several plays and finally punched it in on a 7-yard run by Tasby to put 7 points on the board. And that's where we find ourselves at half, 17-7, getting ready for the second half kickoff.
And yeah, that last offensive drive from the Titans was definitely needed to come out with a touchdown there. I don't think they could have settled for a field goal, meaning they needed that energy boost, like, hey, we can score, hey, we can come back. And they did a great job defensively with some sacks, holds, but like we were talking about before the half, where does could that pressure turn into over-aggressiveness and cost them big on the other hand?
So we'll see what kind of changes are made here by the coaching staff of the Cougars. You got to think with all that pressure coming from the defensive line of the Titans, some screens may come into play, some reverses, something just to change up the momentum. The pressure is constant coming from the Titan defense, and at some point the over pursuit can bite them. And so we'll see what it goes to as the Titans tee it up at the 40-yard line, center of the field. The kick is on the way off the up man, back to about the 18-yard line. Warren gets it. He gets up past the 30, 35, 40. He's not going to be caught there. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Derek Warren. A 82-yard touchdown return from the kickoff. What a job by Derek Warren. The speed, elusiveness. He did a great job. Made the one-man miss about the 28, 30-yard line, and he cuts back to the near sideline, and there was no catching him. The crazy thing is the kickoff went off of an up man's shoulder and then skipped back to Warren, where he picks it up at the 18, and nothing but pay dirt. So the Cougars go up quickly, 23-7. They'll go for the two-point conversion. Aiden Edgar takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Warren, pushes it in for the two-point conversion, and the Cougars lead it 25-7, and that's how the momentum changes. 11 seconds gone in the second half, and the Cougars have pushed their lead to 18. What a job by Derek Warren and Sterling. You don't have to worry much about the momentum and the pressure and the sacks when you just don't let the offense have to worry about it. Your kick return team puts it in the end zone.
And that's definitely one of the only ways to start off a half with a positivity is a great return like that. And the deflection that it had and skip right to Warren. Didn't even have to move. Fields it right into his stomach, cradles it, splits that seam, and it was a good night right there.
You got to love that move. Right at the 28-30, he was kind of headed in towards the hash marks. He makes that one move, comes back out towards the numbers, and hits the sideline. And it's good night, Irene. You're not catching Derek Warren in the open field. That's sophomore. I tell you what, just to think about watching him in 2 years from now as a senior year, as a sophomore, what he's done for this Cougar offense and defense this year, that was just a capper on tonight's game to watch that right there. 82-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Derek Warren. The Cougars lead it 25-7 over the Titans. 11:49 left in the third quarter. Jesus Perez, it's going to be an onside kick. Schaumburger fields it right at the midfield stripe, and he can't hang on. But he reached out over the 50 to the 49 and let the ball get touched 9 yards in. And so it's a kick, touch interference penalty. I don't know what they're going to call, how you term that one. But nonetheless, it's going to be Titan ball. Great idea. The kick needed to be about a yard further to keep from going out of bounds, and Schaumburger could have just caught it. They weren't ready for the onside kick. But it comes back to bite them here as the Titans will start with great field position after the penalty. It's called illegal procedure because the ball ended up going out of bounds, but it also touched Schaumburger at the 49 of Jarrell. So we'll see where they spot it here, but the Titans nonetheless will have great field position. See where they get it spotted. The referees meet here on the near side numbers right at midfield. They try to sort it out. Other games in District 10 tonight at halftime. Looking at the, what app do I have here? The Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. The Cameron Yeoman and the Lago Vista Vikings are tied at halftime, 14-14. And the Academy High School Bumblebees are at Rockdale tonight, and they trail 39-7. The big key there is Cameron Yo and Lago Vista. Could that mix up the standings if Lago Vista beats Cameron Yo? Currently, Cameron Yo is number 2 in the district behind Troy. Troy has the bye tonight. Their last game of the year is off. They're done for the season in the sense of regular season play. But if Lago Vista beats Cameron, they're tied in district play with Lago Vista having the head-to-head. Tasby's going to take the shotgun snap. They get it spotted at the 49-yard line where it goes out of bounds. He'll get forward out, up across the 50-yard line, make it to about the 47. So it'll be a gain of 2 from the 49 to the 47 of Jarrell. So they start off in the same fashion, running with Tasby at the helm. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left for the Titans. Now it'll be 3 receivers right. Tasby the lone man in the backfield. Now number 12 comes in motion from the right side to the left. So we'll have 3 receivers left, 2 receivers right. As he comes set, Tasby takes a shotgun from the near side hash marks. Quickly up the middle, tries to get outside, and he's hit there quickly. Jake Copeland reaches out, grabs Tasby and says, "No, sir." Throws him down for no gain as Compton comes there to help finish it off. But Jake Copeland, the senior, stepping up there. He reaches out, and once he got those 2 paws on Tasby, Tasby didn't go much further. As he goes down and brings up 3rd and 9 now for the Titans.
Yeah, Jake Copeland has definitely been a much-needed presence for this Cougars defense. And obviously today we've been missing out on his offensive skills.
After the 21-yard reception and run and jump by the big lineman. Here comes the blitz right up the middle by Jake Compton. He gets to him. The ball's going to be thrown out. I don't think there was not a receiver in the area. He got past the line of scrimmage. So it'll be an incomplete pass. I tell you what, I think that was Jasper Compton coming up the middle. 2 defensive players, maybe number 29, Nietzsche. He comes up the middle. Tasby got about 20 yards back from the line of scrimmage and luckily gets rid of the ball to save the Titans a lot of yards there. But it'll bring up 4th and 8 now from the 47 of Jarrell on that incomplete pass. Great call there as the defensive pressure came right up the middle. It'll be a punt early on here for the Titans in the second half. 10 minutes, 28 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The snap back, the punt will come from about the 42. Nice high booming kick to the near side numbers. It's Compton about the 15, makes one man miss up to the 20, and he loses his footing and slips down there, be spotted at the 19-yard line. Compton made one man miss and broke his tackle, but then lost that footing. So Jarrell takes over inside their own 20-yard line at the 19 with 10:18 left in the third quarter. So we'll see what happens now. Here come the Cougars on the offensive side. What changes are made now as they look at that pressure that was coming from the defensive line of the Titans? Do they try to make sure, maybe draw some over pursuit in it, do some throwbacks, some screens, some wide receiver screens? We'll see what the coaches changed up and drew up on the board here at the halftime. But nonetheless, thanks to an 82-yard kickoff return by Derek Warren, the Cougars jumped right back on top by 18 now, 25-7 with a 2-point conversion. Must have been a penalty on the play because the Cougars now actually will start the possession at their own 34-yard line. So a big penalty there, a 15-yard type. Not sure what they called, but nonetheless, the Cougars have the ball at the 15 or the 29, 34. I'll get it right in a minute. Hernandez fakes the handoff. The pressure was right up the middle, Sterling, and look what he did there. There he pulls it out, keeps it right up the middle for a nice little gain up to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, and you can definitely see that they notice that pressure, and they notice they're not really watching the ball. They're just running.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Here comes the handoff. Rodriguez fakes the handoff, but he's going to be called down. When he faked the handoff and pulled it out of the stomach of Warren, he slipped, and his knee went down back at the 38-yard line of Jarrell. So it'll be a loss of about 4 there after he lost his footing. That's the second play in 3 downs with the punt return by Compton slipping. Then there, Aaron Rodriguez tries to cut back, and he slips. They wonder if the moisture settling in with the temperature low tonight and everything going on. 3 receivers right, 1 left for the Cougars here. Rodriguez drops back, quick swing pass to Warren outside the numbers, and now he hits the 50, 45, 40. You're not going to touch him. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Jarrell Cougars. Derek Warren takes the swing pass from Aaron Rodriguez, and nothing but pay dirt for Derek Warren. What a play. A 62-yard pass and catch for the speedy back here in the Cougars. They move the score 31-7 here in the third quarter with 9:07 left to play in the third quarter. Aiden Edgar in the 2-point conversion formation. Now they'll reset. He'll drop back for his position to hold the kick attempt for Jesus Perez. Snap is back. Ball down. The kick is up. And the extra point is good by Jesus Perez again. So the Cougars push the lead out to 25, 32-7. The display being put on here by Derek Warren, the sophomore, is fun to watch. 2 times he's touched the ball here in the second half, and 2 times he's put points on the board for the Cougars.
He's definitely an explosive player, and definitely as you can tell, an energy carrier for this Cougars squad, both offensively, defensively, and special teams. Now, he's just one of those presences that you can definitely tell make a difference on that team.
Derek Warren, in 2 touches in the second half, is accountable for 144 yards, 82 on the kick return, 62 on the pass and catch. That little swing pass, the pursuit came up the middle. Rodriguez with a beautiful little touch swing pass to Warren out of the backfield to the right side, and he caught it at the numbers, and there was no touching him. He made the one cut, and once he hit the 50-yard line, it was nothing but green turf and a red end zone in front of him, and he made it count. 32-7. The Cougars lead it here over the Titans. 9 minutes, 7 seconds left here in the third quarter. Jesus Perez tees the ball up in the center of the field at the 40-yard line for the Cougars, getting ready to kick off again. Perez gets set. Now he's going to kick it, and a nice little chop kick into the Titans. The ball's loose, and it's covered by the Titans. It hit off by about 3 players there as Persley gets close. And it's fielded and held onto by the Titans, where they'll take over at their own 42, make it the 43-yard line. What a nice little pooch kick there by Perez. He's got that touch at kicker. He takes a full swing of it. Nice little lob wedge. He drops it in about 18 yards away. The Cougars almost get the ball back, but they'll be on defense here. The Titans now spotted back at their own 40-yard line. They'll take over with 9 minutes and 7 seconds left in the third quarter.
He definitely has good placement with those kicks. It's fun to watch how accurate that drop is.
Now the whistle being blown here. It looks like a timeout being called. Coach Quincy Williams of the Titans will call a timeout. That'll be their first of the half. We'll take a quick timeout with them. Be back here with more Cougar football and SHN Sports after this. Jarrell Cougar football presented by Georgetown Jewelry, yourpersonalmd.net, Our Bank of Jarrell, Eagle Auto Parts, and Papa John's Pizza. Back here in the third quarter of Jarrell Cougar football on SHN Sports, I'm Wally Harmon along with Sterling Harmon here in Manor, Texas at the Manor Athletic Complex, a beautiful facility. And the football game going well for your Cougars tonight so far. 32-7, the Cougars lead it. 2 quick touchdowns here in the third quarter to separate the scoring. Tasby takes a shotgun snap. He throws a pass. Hits his receiver about the 42, but he can't hold on to it. Dropped there by number 44.
No name.
No name on the roster there. So the incomplete pass for the Titans brings up a 2nd and 10. Here in their own 40-yard line. Tasby with a nice pass there. Just couldn't get it caught. The receiver off the tips of his hands. Incomplete. 3 receivers right. 1 receiver left for the Titans. 1 running back offset to the right side of Tasby. Shotgun snap. He's going to curl to the right side, and he's being chased down, and he's going to lose some yards, but a face mask is going to be called. Jake Copeland did a great job of pursuit along with Jasper Compton, Jose Zavala, Anthony Gaddison. They were all coming after him, but Copeland got a little bit of the face mask. So instead of a 4-yard loss, it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Titans into Jarrell territory. And it's going to be at the 45-yard line. So a costly 15-yard penalty there on the Cougars. And so a 1st down on that penalty. The Titans be at the 45-yard line of Jarrell. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Empty backfield for Tasby. Tasby going to take the shotgun snap, and he takes it. He goes to the left side, cuts back in, now back out, and he's hit quickly, driven backwards. The Cougar defense just hovering around and taking their shots there at Tasby. He's unable to get anywhere but backwards. He lost a yard. That'll take him back to the 46 of Jarrell to bring up 2nd and 11. Great job by the defensive line and the linebackers there as Tasby tried to dance around, but it did no good there as the Cougar defense just held tight. Tasby looks to the sideline now to get the call. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 3 now to the left. Snap the ball. It'll come into play from the middle of the field at the 46-yard line of Jarrell. Tasby looks to the right, calls out a couple of plays, and now he backs up. Quick drop. Now pass down the middle. The ball overthrown. The closest player for it was number 2, Heron Rodriguez, and he was even overthrown. He looked like you almost could see the whites of his eyes as he looked like that ball coming right to him. Just a little high and incomplete. And so it'll bring up 3rd and 11 now for the Titans as Tasby just overthrew his receiver just enough for the incompletion. I think Heron Rodriguez was thinking, well, I've done some on offense. Give me a chance on defense as he's back there playing safety in the middle of the field for the Cougar defense. 3rd and 11, 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right now for the Titans. Tasby waits for the snap, gets it. Shotgun snap, backs up 2-3 yards. The pressure's on, ball's out, and the Cougars fall on it. Jasper Compton runs by Tasby, reaches out and knocks it out of his grasp, and the Cougars jump on it. I believe Jake Copeland recovers the fumble, and the Cougars take over in Titan territory. What a play there by Jasper Compton as he couldn't get a hold of Tasby, but he slapped the ball loose, and the turnover back for the Cougars now.
That shows great awareness by Compton, coming around the defender like that, being able to come back, and at the point of defending, it's not even trying to get the sack. It's trying to get that ball back to your offense, and being able to get a hand on it and swipe it loose from the grips is definitely great awareness.
7:39 left into the third quarter. The Cougars take over. The handoff from Rodriguez to Warren right up the middle. Makes a couple men miss. Jukes a couple, and now he drags a tackler down past the 35 to the 31-yard line. A nice run there, 15 yards by Derek Warren. And a nice first down run for the Cougars. And the Derek Warren just putting on a show here. Now Compton will take it on a jet sweep to the right. He takes the handoff outside the numbers, past the 30, down to the 25, and he's knocked out of bounds. Maybe at the 24, 23. They'll see where they spot him there. Be down to the 23, a gain of 8 for Compton. It'll bring up a short 2nd and 2 for the Cougars. They're going to go back quick to work. Aaron Rodriguez takes the snap, hands it to Warren. He comes around the left side. He's hit about the 25 and breaks a tackle outside the numbers, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Jarrell Cougars. Derek Warren. The show continues, Sterling. He makes a man miss, and he takes it to the house. Penalty flag. It's going to be offsides on the Titans. Decline it and put the points on the board. And the Derek Warren second half show is completely underway. What that young man has done in just a mere about 5 minutes of clock time. It's 7:01 left in the third quarter, and Derek Warren's put up 3 TDs here in the second half as they get set for the the extra point attempt by Jesus Perez. So the 23-yard touchdown run by Derek Warren puts the Cougars ahead 38-7. Jesus Perez waiting the snap. The ball is back and down, and the kick is up and good. What a nice 23-yard touchdown run by Derek Warren. And what a job there. I tell you what, the speed is just fun to watch this sophomore go to work. He makes one man miss, and it's hard to catch him.
It definitely is, and you can see being a sophomore that young on varsity, still playing at an elite level of football for him is just fun to watch, and that just brings up the question: how much better can he get? Because everybody has room for improvement, but this kid, the way he is, it's all uphill for him.
And you think just he gets into the weight program, builds and puts on size, muscle to go with that speed and the agility, and then all of a sudden now the hits that come, instead of having to try to glance off him, he's going to have the ability to try to run through them. So it'll be interesting to see how he develops as he's just a young ball player and making such a huge impact for this team. I tell you what, you look at Derek's stats: 114 carries for the year, 842 yards, 7.39 carries yards per carry. 9 rushing touchdowns before tonight. Add on, I believe it's at least 2 more right now, maybe 3 more touchdown runs, touchdowns tonight, plus the kick return touchdown. And so a vital part of this Cougar offense. And so it'll be very interesting to watch the development of Derek as he goes through the offseason this year, this summer, and back on the field for the Cougars for his junior and senior year. 39-7, the Cougars lead it with 7:01 left here in the third quarter. Jesus Perez set to kick it off, and he pooches it off. Across the field, it's going to be fair caught at the 35-yard line by the Titans, and that's where they'll set up offense. And real quick, though, think back, Sterling. In the first half, the interception by Schomburger turned it around. The Cougars 2 plays, 29-yard touchdown run by Derek Warren. The fumble recovery from the Jasper Compton fumble recovered by Jake Copeland, I believe, at the 46-yard line. 2-play drive, 23-yard touchdown run by Derek Warren. The Cougar offense has done a great job of putting points on the board when the defense has done their job and gotten the ball back.
And that also comes with what was said in that locker room at halftime, you could tell watching the field and watching the coaches on the field that there was some things that they were unhappy with, but coming into this second half, there has been nothing but smiles on that sideline with everything. It's not, and it's definitely not luck. You can definitely tell they came together in that locker room and they got out the kinks that they needed, and every piece of the puzzle for them this half has already been coming together nicely, and you just can't wait to see the rest of the game.
And you got to think the senior leadership's coming into play. Hey, it's our last half of football. You got men like Derek Warren stepping up, Jasper Compton, the senior, making a play, Jake Copeland jumping on the ball, making a play. The pursuit of the defense, the effort has just been nonstop here, especially in this first 5 minutes of the second half. This your personal MD third quarter belonging to your Cougars. The Titans take over at their own 35. The pass down the middle, almost picked off Martin Torres. I think he saw it, and I think he saw a lot of green to run with once he caught it, and he drops the interception. The incompletion brings up 2nd and 10 now for the Titans. What an opportunity there by Torres, but he just couldn't hold on to it, and he lets it fall to the ground. 2nd and 10 for the Titans. 3 receivers left, 2 right from the far side hash. Tasby takes the shotgun snap. He comes to the right side, 35-40, where he's hit, and he falls forward after the tackle by Torres and C.J. Allen. He'll fall forward to the 44-yard line, a gain of 9. It'll bring up a short 3rd and 1 for the Titans.
I think that's a generous spot. His knee hit about like the 41, 42 and rolled. They gave it to him.
3rd and 1 for the Titans from their own 44-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right for the Titans. And now it's 1 receiver right, the number 6. Jaquil Rosario goes into the backfield. Now he goes to the left side. Tasby's going to take the shotgun, go to the left side, outside the numbers to the 45. Midfield, where he's hit and driven out of bounds on the Jarrell side of the midfield stripe, about the 49-yard line. Well, they'll spot him a first down for the Titans. Nice little run there by Tasby. Number 1 and number 1 doing battle tonight. Tasby, the senior quarterback for the Titans, against Derek Warren, the sophomore running back for your Jarrell Cougars. 39-7, the Cougars lead it with 5:50 left in the third quarter and the clock running. The Titans have the ball at the Jarrell 49, 1st and 10. They'll have 3 receivers right, 2 receivers left. The lone person in the backfield will be Tasby at quarterback in the shotgun, 5 yards deep. He takes the snap and he tries to come to the outside. He's stacked up quickly. Copeland jumped out and blocked the corner. Tasby had to cut it back up, and here came a host of Cougars. Jake Copeland did a great job of cutting him off, and it looked like Brenham Wilson, number 63. Let's see who was there. No, it was not. That was number 79, Andrew Brindle, and number 55, Zach Martinez. They bottled up. And 65, Brenham Wilson was in there. Those 3 gentlemen, I tell you what, Copeland shot up, cut the opportunity off for Tasby, and it was a big loss of 5 yards back to the 46-yard line of Manor. Tasby drops back. The pressure is on. Here comes the blitz. He gets away from it. Up past midfield, 45-40, 35-30. Cuts back inside a tackler, 25-20, 15-10. Drag out of bounds finally by Martin Torres inside the 10-yard line of Jarrell. What a run by Tasby. He escaped the pressure. 4 Cougars in the backfield ready to sack him. And he ends up running it all the way to the Jarrell 6. What'll be 1st and goal for the Titans.
That was definitely an explosive play, and what we were talking about during half is how elusive Tasby is when it comes to finding that open field.
Shotgun snap. He rears back, throws it into the end zone. It's knocked down, incomplete. Kind of surprised. Tasby may just need his breath after a big run and play there, so they throw a pass. It's incomplete. It brings up 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line of Jarrell. Tasby at the quarterback position. 2 receivers right, 3 left. The lone man in the backfield. Tasby in the shotgun. Back about the 11-yard line. He'll take the snap from the near side. Hash marks. He tries to go to the left side. Cuts it back across the 5, maybe the 4-yard line before he's stacked up and run backwards. And so it'll be 3rd and goal now from the 4-yard line of Jarrell. A 2-yard gain there on the keeper by Tasby. But what a play there to escape the sack. He gets a downfield block, makes one man miss, and he just went down the sidelines till finally Martin Torres caught him and ran him out of bounds. A great run by Tasby. He gets back in the shotgun, stands about the 9-yard line, the ball at the 4-yard line. 3 receivers left. Tasby's going to go right up the middle, and he's hit and taken out quickly at the 3-yard line, a gain of 1. And that brings up 4th and goal. What a great tackle there by the D-line. It looked like Zach Martinez, the number 55, the junior, made the tackle. I tell you what, Tasby hit that line, and he went down quickly. There was no playing around. They were not letting him get through. The D-line says no, sir. And it brings up a 4th and goal from the 3. The Titans will go for it, trailing by 32, 39-7. Tasby in the backfield all by himself. 2 receivers right, 3 left. Shotgun snap. He's going to go to the left side now. The pursuit is on. Let's see if he gets to the corner. No, he's driven out of bounds, and he does get in. Touchdown, Tasby. No, they're going to spot him out. No, it is a touchdown. Now we get the hands up. It looked like the far side line judge spotted him at the 2. But it's giving him a touchdown. Tasby makes a good play. He had to extend that. The defense tried to get to him. He extended it from the middle of the field where he took the snap all the way to the corner pylon on the far side of the field. And the Titans score their 2nd touchdown of the ball game. So a 3-yard run by Tasby. And now the extra point attempt for the Titans. 39-13. The score sits here with 3:34 left in the 3rd quarter. Number 12, Jaden Gonzalez is holding. The ball is back. Snap is back and down. The kick is up. And the extra point is good. 39-14, a 25-point lead for your Cougars here in the 3rd quarter. I tell you what, a good drive there. All made on the legs of Tasby on that big escape. He goes from the 46-yard line of Manor Tech down to the 6-yard line of Jarrell. So 44 and 6, a 50-yard scramble when he was about to be sacked. And if you actually add up all the yardage from where he went back and almost got sacked, he ran about 60, 70 yards on that play. But a great job by Tasby. And it leads to a touchdown by the Titans. I tell you what, you love to see the fight. A team right now that sits 1-8 on the year, 0-5 in district, and these kids are playing hard. And you love to see it. And you look on the far side of the field. The Cougars are 4-5, 1-4 in conference. And these players are playing hard. They want this win. They want to go out on a win. They want to have something to enjoy on the ride out for the end of the season, to go into off season, to the weight room. I tell you what, impressive. You give Maynard New Tech some credit. Your 2nd year of varsity sports, and they don't quit. These kids are coached well. You can tell the coaches have taught them, hey, we're gonna play, we're gonna fight. We're not gonna give up, and they have not. What a beautiful 65-yard drive there by the Titans, and so the defense for the Cougars did a great job. That's that one big scramble by Tasby to avoid the sack leads to a big gain. And the Titan touchdown. So they'll get the ball back here as the Titans prepare to kick off from the 40-yard line. And a quick kick. They try to do it. A big hop, but it's fielded by Martin Torres. And he tries to get through the crowd, but he can't. He gets it at the 45 of Jarrell. And he almost broke it to get it to the house. He gets tackled about the 47 of Manor New Tech. A great opportunity there. A great little onside kick. The ball took the hop you want. But Torres fielded it for the Cougars. And that's where they'll take over at the 47 of the Manor New Tech Titans. 3:29 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Like, when you think of an ideal onside kick where it's a tight roll right along that ground, finally hits that hop and bounces up, that was perfect. Perfect
kick there by the Titan kicker. Rodriguez takes a shotgun snap, hits Crathers on a quick in pattern. He catches it about the 42-yard line, make it the 43-yard line where he's tackled there. It's a gain of 4 and bring up 2nd and 6 for the Cougars.
Who was that on the tackle? That was Tasby.
Now the handoff to Derek Warren. He scrambles back to avoid a tackler, gets up past the 45, 40, breaks a tackle at the 35, up to the 30 where he's driven out of bounds just past the 30 to the 29. So a nice tackle there. Or nice run there by Warren from the 43 down to the
Here's some dirty laundry.
And that's going to be for not there, as the linesman or the chain crew went to change it up. But it's going to be an illegal block in the back on the Cougars. So they'll back the Cougars up here. A gain of 4 brought up 2nd and 6, and now this is going to take the Cougars back. Call it from the spot foul. It'll back them up right to the midfield stripe on the penalty. So the Cougars will now have 2nd and 13 from the midfield stripe. 1 receiver left, 2 receivers left now, Schomburger and Compton. 2 receivers right. Warren offset to the right side of Rodriguez. Quick pass to Schomburger at the midfield stripe. Makes one man miss. Dances around, gets us a block. Number 75, I tell you what, Kirby Emerson downfield to block for Schomburger. Great play there, a gain of 9 yards on the quick hitter to Schomburger, and you got to love the sophomore Kirby Emerson getting downfield to block for his receiver, Schomburger. It'll bring up now a 3rd and 4. It'll be a hand up to Warren, right up the middle of the 40. 35, he breaks 2 tackles, keeps a man, carries him past the 30 down to the 29. Great run by Derek Warren all the way down to the 29. A gain of 11 and a Jarrell Cougar first down for Warren. What a nice little run there of 12. And they quickly back to the line. The Cougars, 3 receivers right, 1 left. Shotgun snap, he fumbles it. Now he's going to have to scramble. Rodriguez up past the 30, past the 25 to the 24. That's where he'll be brought down there. It'll be a gain of 5 and bring up a 2nd and 5. The snap was low. It looked like he was going to hand off to Warren. He ended up having to pick it up and just run for his life there. And he did a good job of getting 5 yards. 2nd and 5 now from the 24-yard line of the Titans. Rodriguez takes a shotgun snap. He's going to fake the handoff to Warren. Keep it right up the middle, past the 20. And the 18, maybe the 17. They're going to spot him at the 18-yard line. It's enough for a first down for your Jarrell Cougars. Rodriguez made a great decision there. So now the pursuit and changing things up. He stayed with Warren, and then at the last minute, pulls it out, hits the middle. Rodriguez, shotgun snap, throws to the end zone. Schomburger goes up for it, and the defensive back just continues to run forward, even though Schomburger left his speed. Schomburger can't hold on to it as he's driven away from the ball. And an incomplete pass there. Surprised no pass interference as the defensive back, 1, never looked back, at 2, ran through Schomburger after he left his feet. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. Rodriguez keeps it around the right end. Now down to the 15. Inside the 10. Makes a couple men miss. Down to the 5. It's going to be another first down for the Cougars. Now they're going to spot him about the 4-yard line. What a run there by Rodriguez, the quick hitter. And the Cougars are going full board. They are not hesitating. They're lining up and going every time. As he gets down to the 4. First to go from the 4. He's going to hand it to Derek Warren and go ahead. Touchdown, Jarrell Cougars. Derek Warren puts it on the board again. He's just having the game of the year for himself. That sophomore running back touches pay dirt one more time. Derek Warren on the 4-yard touchdown run. I tell you what, the pace of that couldn't allow that defensive line to get the penetration they had in that first half. You love to see that things change up. They didn't have time to get set. The offense wasn't looking to the sidelines. Plays were called in succession. They were ready to go. Perez sets up for the kick. The snap is back and down, and it's up and good. That extends the score, 45-14. 46, waiting for him to put it on the board. 56 seconds left here in the third quarter. Should be 46-14 after Perez knocks it through. But another touchdown run by Derek Warren. And your Cougars just keep piling it on. And the running game working tonight for these Cougars. Derek Warren having a great game. I tell you what, Rodriguez made a couple of great calls there, the keeper, but the momentum, that offense, the quickness that they were snapping the ball, it's hard to get any penetration because the defense was having a hard time getting set. Coach Williams from the Titans has already burned 2 timeouts, so he's not in a position to keep using timeouts because he's only got 1 left and he's still got the whole fourth quarter to go. So a great approach there by Coach Davidson and these coaches of the Cougars. Just that offense just clicking on all cylinders. Rodriguez making great choices, and the Cougars taking the big 32-point lead here with 56 seconds left in the third quarter.
And that's what every coach wants. you control the pace that you practice at, and that will set you up for success in the long run, being able to pretty much control the game at that point.
That may have been that may have been the one possession this year that I've seen this Cougar offense clicked constantly, and they did not hesitate. As soon as the ball was snapped, the guy was tackled, they're back at the line and they're ready to go. The linemen were moving, the receivers were moving, the running back, the quarterback, everyone working together and doing their role, and that offense just ran down that field and used the short field to their advantage and punch it in on a beautiful touchdown drive. Perez is going to boom it down the right far side of the field. Fielded at the 17, bobbled. Now he catches it, runs back to the 15-yard line, tries to stutter step, and he gets pursued there. Gets back to the 20-yard line. The Titan kick returner bobbled the kick and kind of had to slow up and never could really get much going as the Cougar kick team did a great job continually tonight on those long kicks, staying in their lanes, not letting any openings come to the outside, forcing that runner back towards the middle, and a good job there by the kick team as the Titans take over at their own 21-yard line with 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. 46-14, the Titans lead it over the Manor New Tech Titan, or the Cougars lead it over the Manor New Tech Titans.
And that's definitely one thing you see that they switched up over half is containment on the edges.
Tasby gets a low snap, picks it up, and has to just run it forward. And he gets a few yards up to the 25-yard line. Actually, I was watching the clock. It should have been a delay of game. The play clock went to 0 well before the ball was snapped, but they didn't call it. And Tasby gets forward. No, it's a new quarterback in now for the Titans. It looks like number 9, Xavier Gonzalez. He's in at the helm here into the third quarter for the Titans. It's a 2nd and 6 from the 25. He'll take the shotgun snap. It's low. He's going to have to scramble. And he throws on the run. It's picked up by the Cougars. It's bubbling, stumbling all the way down, tackled at the 3-yard line. Number 60. And I don't have a 60 on the roster, and I hate it. But you know what? It's got to come back. It's going to be roughing the passer on the Cougars. What an effort by the young man for the Cougars, number 60. I don't have him on the roster. But what a play. And it's all for naught. It's going to end up being a first and 10 after the roughing the passer. The quarterback dropped back. 2 Cougars hit him. But the penalty flag came out quickly there. So that'll bring up a 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line after the penalty on the Cougars.
That's definitely a big energy killer right there. Is having a great play, great turnover, just to figure out there's some dirty laundry, bringing it back.
2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Xavier Gonzalez, the quarterback, turns, hands it to the running back, and he's chopped down quickly, gets 1 yard, back up to the 41-yard line. So a gain of 1 brings up 2nd and 9 now for the Titans from their own 41-yard line. A great job there by the defensive line of the Cougars. That'll end the third quarter, 46-14. The Cougars lead it here going into the last quarter of the game and the last game of the season. And what an effort being put on here by your Cougars. The defense going to work. Derek Warren, Heron Rodriguez doing work on the offensive side. The linemen up and down the field, defensive and offensive, doing a great job. You just love to see this effort. Like you said, it's just you see you don't want to say a change mentality. They want to win. These kids want to win no matter what. But the effort, it's just like that dial went up at halftime. They came out, and Derek Warren kind of showed us, I guess that was his way of telling us, hey, look here, I'm going to return this one 82 yards for a touchdown. We mean business. And they have done nothing but put the pressure on here in the second half. Derek Warren having a wonderful game so far, well over 100 yards rushing on the night, 4 or 5 touchdowns on the board for Derek. Just doing a great job on the offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball, kick return. And so just a great effort by Mr. Warren. Heron Rodriguez controlling the offense, doing a great job there tonight, especially changing things up, getting that pressure killed down by the defense of Manor New Tech. So We'll see what happens here as we go into the fourth quarter. Brought to you by Georgetown Jewelry. Ricky Poe. Now Tasby back in at quarterback. On a 2nd and 9 from the 41. He'll keep it up the middle. Copeland hits him quickly, and the pressure goes back. Here comes the whistle as number 66, Billy LaFrance, and 77, Jake Copeland stop Tasby after a 4-yard gain. He gets up to the 45-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd and 5 now for the Titans. A great job there. I know this is several times I've called Billy LaFrance tonight. Jake Copeland continuing to show why he is a big leader, senior leader on this Cougar team. But Billy LaFrance stepping up and playing well tonight as well on the defensive side of the ball. Now the quarterback, lone setback in the backfield. Tasby's going to keep it. He goes to the right side. He makes a man miss, but he gets caught up right before the 45, the 44, and he's not going to get back anywhere. He gets to the 45, and they'll blow it dead there. And as the whistle came out, 63, Anthony Gaddis came running around the end with the ball in his hand looking like, hey, I got the ball. But the whistle blew the play dead. 4th and 5 now from their own 45. No gain on that keeper by Tasby as the Cougar defense kept him at bay there. And it looks like the Titans will go for it here. The signal's coming in for Tasby. 3 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left here from the far side hash mark. Tasby takes the shotgun snap. He comes to the left side. The pursuit begins, and here it comes, and down he goes. He avoids the hit. There he is again, number 60. Pursue it in. Tasby had to cut his momentum back and try to reverse builds. Antonoa Bells, he loses his footing, and he takes about a 6-yard loss back to the 39, and that's where the Cougars will take over in Titan territory. 1st and 10, and a great job by the Cougar defense there of keeping the Titans off the scoreboard again. They'll take over here with 10 minutes and 34 seconds left in the ball game. Ball turnover on downs by the Titans. 1st and 10 from the 39 of Manor. Aaron Rodriguez has 3 receivers right, 1 left, or 3 receivers left, 1 right. He'll turn quickly, fires, hits Crathers. He spins out about the 45. Then tackle comes in. It looked like maybe a face mask, but no, he just grabbed him by the jersey and the pads. It'll be about a 3-yard gain up to the 40 or the 36-yard line is where they're going to mark him down. Gain of 3 on the pass to Crathers. 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7 for the Cougars from the 36 of Manor. Hand off to Warren around the right side to the near side here. He breaks it up, 35-30. He's not going to be touched. 25-10, 15. Holy cow. Touchdown, Jarrell Cougars. I even can't keep track of my numbers as quick as Warren hits that hole. He brought it to the near side, gets it outside the numbers, makes one man miss about the 32, and he takes it to the house. Another touchdown for the Cougars. 52-14, the Cougars lead it after the nice 36-yard touchdown run by Derek Warren. Jesus Perez back for the extra point attempt. Aiden Edgar getting ready for the snap. The snap is back, and the ball is down. Kick is away, and it is good. Jesus Perez knocks another one through, and that moves the score to 53-14. The Cougars lead it with 9:57 left here in the ball game. Another 2-play drive by the Cougars, resulting in another touchdown by Derek Perez. And all the running game clicking on all cylinders tonight for Derek Warren and the Cougars.
The patience and the acceleration on Derek Warren is 2 key components of a great running back, on top of him just being this young as a sophomore. Being able to grow in size and strength, on top of being able to add some speed in the next coming years, being bigger, stronger, stronger lower half, being able to power through and power up. It is going to be interesting these next 2 years watching that young man.
I tell you what, so many people playing big roles tonight. Number 60 on defense, not on our roster, the name on it. We just have the number for the Cougars. 2 big plays on the last drive. Billy LaFrance making several big plays tonight on the defensive line. Jake Copeland, Anthony Gaddison, even names you're not used to seeing and hearing a lot. Zach Martinez, Jose Zavala, all doing a big role tonight. The defensive spreading out the love there as they're all just doing a great job of trying to contain Tasby, an elusive runner, and they have done a great job. After the first play of the ball game when Tasby got the 21-yard gain, he has not been allowed, other than the scramble that got, the 50-yard scramble in the last and 2 possessions ago. They've contained him and done a great job tonight. The defense of the Cougars has responded tonight and played well. Perez kicks it off to the far side. It's going to be filled at about the 5-yard line. He's going to cut it back up along the sideline, about just the 20. Breaks the tackle, gets up past the 25, make it the 26. And the tackle made there on the far sideline, make it the 27-yard line. So a nice little 22-yard return there on the kickoff by the Titans. They'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line with 9:49 left here in the ball game. Gotta love the effort tonight of some of these seniors. Watching them play. Heron Rodriguez playing a great game. Jasper Compton, C.J. Allen, of course, Mr. Automatic, Jesus Perez doing the kicking duties. Christopher Persley's played well. Brady Golo's been in on a few tackles, doing a good job tonight on good coverage here on the near side. And a flag comes out. It's going to be a delay of game. That's the one surprising thing, that where the timeouts have been burnt by the Titans tonight have been after kickoffs when they've had a return and they can't get out and get the play ready and run without either a penalty or a timeout. And that's going to set them back to their own 22-yard line after the 5-yard delay of game penalty. 1st and 15 for the Titans. Tasby takes the shotgun snap. Comes to the left, cut off by Copeland there. He cuts it back up to the 20. And that's where he's going to be stopped there. It looks like a loss of maybe 1. It looks like they'll spot him at the 21. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage on the generous spot there. But a great job of Copeland shooting up the gap through his gap and containing Tasby, cutting him back up to the middle where the rest of the defenders were waiting on Tasby. Billy LaFrance, Jose Zavala, everybody waiting there. And Andrew Brindle for Tasby, and they bring him down for no gain. 2nd and 15 now. He'll take the snap and go to the right side. And there comes the defensive back. He gets outside the numbers and diving attempt at a tackle there by Copeland all the way at the sideline. Tasby's going to get forward. It looks like he's going to gain about 2 yards up to the 24. It's on the far side. See where they're spotting him. Be up at the 24-yard line. So a gain of 2 there by Tasby. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 12. 3rd and 13, I believe. 3rd and 13 for the Titans from their own 24-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for the Titans. 1 running back, offset right of Tasby. Tasby's going to fake, and now he's going to throw it down the left sideline. He throws it up, and the interception was to be had. Who was it? 24, Charles Guerra, the senior defensive back. His eyeballs lit up. That pass coming into his hands, and he lets it slip through his fingers. He just can't believe he dropped the interception. He's just throwing his hands up like, why? He should have caught that one. But a great effort there as he, nonetheless, did a good job there covering the receiver and the Cougar defense, stopping the Titans again. 4th and 13 now from their own 24. They're set back to punt. Let's see if they punt. No one deep for the Cougars. But the Titans are going to punt the ball away. The ball is going to land right about the 48 of Jarrell. Kind roll for the Titans all the way back to the 36-yard line of Jarrell, and that's where they'll take over there. A nice punt again by the Titans, as the Cougars didn't send anyone back there. I think they prepared for the fake and played it safe. So the Cougars will start 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Make it the 35. Looked like the ball got touched down between the 35 and 36 by the Titans, where the ball stopped rolling. And now it's spotted on the 34 side of the 35-yard line, where the Cougars will now take over. We'll set it at their own 35-yard line after the punt by the Titans. 6 minutes. Make that 8 minutes. 9 seconds on the clock and running for the Cougars from their own 35. Wade Harris, and man comes off the sideline. Aaron Rodriguez keeps it around the left side outside the numbers, 40, 45, 50, and he finally taken out of bounds just shy of the 50-yard line. Let's see where they spot him out. Looks like they're going to spot him out at the 46-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 11 and a first down there on the run by Aaron Rodriguez on the quarterback keeper. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left for the Cougars. Rodriguez now going to bring Pursley in motion. Wasn't ready for the snap. It hits him, but a penalty flag goes down. And they're going to call offsides on the defense. So a bonus for the Cougars. I tell you what, Rodriguez turned and looked for Pursley, sent him in motion, and about the time he waved for Pursley in motion, he gets hit with the ball. But the 5-yard penalty gives a 1st and 5 now on the Manor New Tech side of the field at the 49-yard line. Pursley in motion. He'll take the jet sweep to the left, outside the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, and he's finally drugged down out of bounds about the 25-yard line. Pursley on the jet sweep. What a nice run there by the senior wide receiver. He did a nice run up the sidelines. He took that ball and did not hesitate. See where they end up spotting him out of bounds. It'll be at the 26-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Titan 26. Nice 23-yard play there on the jet sweep by Pursley. Rodriguez takes it, hands it to Jasper Compton right up the middle, past the 20, 15, up to the 10. He's carrying 2 or 3 tacklers and just going. He gets it all the way down to the 6-yard line. The big offensive line, all the beef behind the running back. Compton got a shove from about the 14 all the way down to the 6. And a nice first down run up 20 yards for Compton. And a first down now for the Cougars. 1st and goal from the 6 of the Titans. Compton offset to the left of Aaron Rodriguez. He'll take the snap, hand it off to Compton up the middle, untouched. Touchdown, Jarrell Cougars! Jasper Compton gets into the scorebook on the 6-yard touchdown run, and the Cougars extend their lead 59-14 on the 6-yard touchdown run. And what a job there by the offense. They didn't waste any time. Pursley on the nice 20-yard run, and then Compton does some work on the last 2 carries and gets the touchdown. Jesus Perez on for the extra point attempt. The ball will be be held for the kick at the 10 by Aiden Edgar. Kick is up and good. Jesus Perez, Mr. Automatic, puts it through, and that moves the score to 60-14. Your Cougars lead it. Just clicking on all cylinders tonight. As Manor will get ready for the kickoff here. We'll take a short break. Be back in just a second with the kickoff on SHN Sports. Jarrell Cougar Football presented by Georgetown Jewelry, yourpersonalmd.net, Our Bank of Jarrell, Eagle Auto Parts, and Papa John's Pizza. Back to Jarrell Cougar football here on SHN Sports, brought to you in the fourth quarter by Georgetown Jewelry. Tell you what, we love all our sponsors here on SHN Sports and the opportunity to be up in the booth and broadcast these young student athletes in the Central Texas area. And the Cougars looking to end the year 5-5, playing a great game tonight, 60-14. The Cougars lead it with 6:10 left here in the ball game. Jesus Perez prepared to kick it off, teed up at the 40-yard line. The Titans await the kick, and it's up and away. A nice booming kick down the far side. It'll bounce about the 5 and into the end zone. And a touchback for the Titans, and that's where they'll take over at their own 25-yard line, 6:10 left here in the ball game. Jasper Compton had a chance to get on the scoreboard there. It looks like Derek Warren may be done for the night at the running back position. before the game, before we go off the air, we'll finish up his stats. I've been trying to keep his running stats. I had a feeling tonight Derek was going to have that kind of game, and he has not disappointed by every time he seems to touch the ball. He is just hard to bring down that speed. And like you said, he's got a great ability to wait and to hit the hole. And then Jasper Compton on that series, as soon as he touched it, he hit the hole and made a hole. And then the lineman took him with him.
And then quite the contrary on the defensive side. You see those people, everybody, they fill that hole quick.
Tasby takes a shotgun snap, fakes a handoff. Now he cuts back to the right. Gets out of the hand of a couple of tacklers down the far right side. Out past the 40, 45, 50. He's shoved out of bounds about midfield. I tell you what, he's coming to the left. He almost gets tackled, breaks the grasp of one player, and all of a sudden squirts around the outside down the far sideline. And it looks like it's all for naught as a yellow hanky litters the field here in Manor. It's going to be a hold on the Titans. That may be why he got a little help to break it out. But the run by Tasby brought back. And it'll be holding on the offense. But they're going to give him a spot foul as it happened down the field. So it's going to be 1st and 9 from the from the 26-yard line. They get a 1-yard gain out of it. But the Cougars saved there by about the 25-yard gain had it not been a hold. Tasby in the backfield with one running back to his right, 2 receivers right, 2 left from the far side hash mark. Shotgun snap. Now he's going to throw it down the near sideline. Guerra goes up, and he can't, and the cut receiver did a good job. Guerra kind of laid back for it, just waiting for the ball, and the receiver cut in front of him and had a chance to make the catch. And it drops it there about the 48-yard line. And so it brings up now 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looked like Alex Xavier Gonzalez was playing wide receiver there, if that's number 9. I can't tell the number. They got the jersey tucked in there. So it'll be 2nd and 9 from their own 26-yard line. Tasby in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Quick pass out here. The receiver fell down. He tried to get back up in time, and he couldn't. And it's another incomplete pass. Had he not slipped, it may have been a nice little play there. But the receiver unable to maintain his footing. He had a hard stop. And Martin Torres was back a little bit further. Closed the gap as quick as he could. But nonetheless, or not Martin Torres, I apologize. Charles Guerra. But nonetheless, the ball was incomplete. So it'll bring up 3rd and 9 from their own 26. The Titans have the ball. 4:40 left on the clock. The clock is running here with a 60-14 lead for your Jarrell Cougars. Now the Titans get the call. 7 seconds left on the play clock as Tasby gets ready for the shotgun snap. He'll take the snap. He drops back. And another fake pass. Now he's going to come to the near sideline. Wide open. And he makes the catch about the 45 of Jarrell. Brought down there by C.J. Allen. Oh, it's Tasby at the receiver. You have a different quarterback in. It looks like number 2, Jackson Williams. Maybe pass that ball. We'll try to see his number now. Tasby. But Tasby brought down there by C.J. Allen, and he's not getting up. Tasby down on the ground right at the 45-yard line. Catches it about the 45. Slides forward on the tackle to the 40. And a big first down play for the Titans, or third down play for the Titans to pick up the first down in Jarrell territory. But it may be at the cost of losing Tasby. The trainer pulled him off the side of the field to check him out on the sideline since he's right there by the Manor New Tech bench. You hope that young man's all right. Trying to see who's that quarterback. It is number 9 at quarterback. Okay. Alex Xavier Gonzalez. That was a beautiful pass. He had a nice pump fake, and Tasby got by Guerra and makes the nice catch. The pass from Gonzalez for the first down. 1st and 10 from the Jarrell 40 now. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. 1 running back offset to the right side of Gonzalez in the backfield for the Titans. He stands on the near hash marks. He's going to pump. Now he's going to throw it right side. The receiver just kind of underthrows it as he tries to get away from the pressure of Jake Copeland. And it's covered there on the far side by Brady Gola. Incomplete. And it brings up a 2nd and 10 now from the 40-yard line of Jarrell. Nice play there by the Jake Copeland to get pressure on Gonzalez, forcing him to throw off his back foot. and it's a short throw, incomplete. They'll line up here on the near side hash mark. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Gonzalez with the running back offset to his right side in the backfield. Stands at the 45 on the near side hash, looking, waiting for the ball. Snap is back to Gonzalez. Quick snap back. Now he's going to throw across the middle. The ball's picked off. C.J. Allen about the 26-yard line. Up past the 30, 40, 45, 50. He's got a blocker in front of him. Past the 40, 35, 30. And he's driven out of bounds in Manor New Tech territory about the 28-yard line. What a job there by the safety, C.J. Allen. You read that one. The ball was overthrown, and Allen didn't hesitate. Took it and ran it all the way back into New Tech territory about the 28-yard line. And that's where the Cougars start up with the ball. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in the ball game. First and 10 from the 28 of Manor New Tech. What a job there by the senior, C.J. Allen, getting a nice pick and return for the Cougars. Aaron Rodriguez back in at quarterback. 2 running backs, 1 to the left, 1 to the right side of him. 2 receivers right, 1 left. He'll hand the ball to Guerra. Guerra in a running back, comes across the 30, 25, drugged down finally about the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 8 yards for Guerra. Nice little run there as he followed his blocker, the other running back, Jasper Compton, in there. He did a great job of following the blocker. And a gain of 8 for the Cougars down to the 20 of Manor New Tech. 2nd and 2 for the Cougars. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Aaron Rodriguez in the shotgun. They're letting the clock run. 2 minutes, 22 seconds left here in the ball game. 8 seconds left on the play clock. Now we'll have in motion. He'll take the jet sweep to the left side. Makes it, steps inside of a tackler, gets down past the 20, 15. Inside the 15, down to about the 14, make it the 13-yard line. That's enough for another Jarrell Cougar first down. And a nice run by number 29 in Neich. I've messed his name up all year, and I apologize. But In has done a great job. And that was a nice little run there on the jet sweep by In for the first down. Jarrell has it, 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line of New Tech Titans. Aaron Rodriguez will let the clock run. 1 minute, 40 seconds left in the ball game. 10 seconds remaining on the play clock. 2 receivers right, 2 left for the Cougars. Now you'll have a man in motion. The ball snapped, and it's handed off to the receiver in motion. Try to catch who that is. He gets up inside the 10, down to about the 9-yard line. They'll help him up. A nice little inside jet sweep there. It looked like maybe C.J. Allen, and it was. C.J. Allen for the gain of 4. Out to the 9-yard line of Manor. Changing things up here. Different people touching the ball. Guerra and then number 29 In. Now C.J. Allen. Compton in the backfield with Rodriguez now. Inside 1 minute now left here in the final minute of the season for the Cougars and Titans. Rodriguez setting to call the play. 5 seconds down the play clock. They're going to bring Brady Gola in motion. He's going to take the jet sweep to the left side. He cuts inside of a blocker, gets down to about the 9, and he's drugged down there. Nice pursuit. They're going to mark him back at the 10. A loss of 1 there. Nice job by the defensive back. Came up and cut down Gola there. And it brings up 3rd and maybe 7 from the 10-yard line. They may let the clock run out here. 60-14, the Cougars lead it. 18 seconds left in the ball game. Five seconds left on the clock. Rodriguez takes the snap. He'll kneel it. And that's the ball game. 60-14, the Cougars win it. What a job there by the Cougars tonight to end the season 5-5, 2-4 in district play over the Manor New Tech Titans. The Cougars come in, they don't change anything but the effort. And they not turned it up a notch, and what a performance across the gamut. The offense, the defense, the special teams, creating turnovers, kick return for a touchdown, all different kinds of ways, and they just went to town doing their jobs tonight. And you love it for the seniors, a way to end as they all kind of all the seniors, you like it. You got to enjoy that, Sterling. They're all hugging the coaches as they leave the field before they line up to go shake hands with the Titans. I tell you what, we give a shout-out to our seniors this year. Aaron Rodriguez, the quarterback. It's his last ball game. Jasper Compton, a big part of the offense and defense for the Cougars, is a senior. C.J. Allen had a nice interception there for the last defensive possession or opportunity for the Cougars. Jesus Perez, Mr. Automatic, the kicker, is a senior. Christopher Pursley, number 10, it's his last ball game. Number 14, Brady Gola. Number 24, Charles Guerra. Number 29, In Neich. I messed it up again, and I apologize. Number 50, Josh Valle. Number 57, Lavery Henson. Number 63, Anthony Gaddison. Number 66, had a great game tonight, Billy LaFrance. Number 72, Thomas Clausen. Number 77, Jake Copeland. And number 79, Andrew Brindle. We'll take a quick timeout while the players meet at midfield and get in the group there and say a prayer. The players that choose to be a part of it and love watching this as the teams come together after a battle on the field, and then be greeted by the two alma maters by the bands. We'll take a quick timeout, be back with some final thoughts and stats, and wrap up Jarrell Cougar football here on SHN Sports. Jarrell Cougar football presented by Georgetown Jewelry, yourpersonalmd.net, Our Bank of Jarrell, Eagle Auto Parts, and Papa John's Pizza. Back here one last time on SHN Sports, coverage of Jarrell Cougar football, the 2019 season. They end the season 5-5, 2-4 in district play, but on a commanding way to end the year. 60-14, the Cougars win it. They came in. The defense played well. The offense played well. They made the adjustments at halftime to kill some of that pressure being brought by the Titans and just answer the call. But I sing the praises tonight of sophomore Derek Warren. 5 rushing touchdowns, a 62-yard touchdown reception, an 82-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, and at least I have him for 142 yards rushing. What a game. Over 280 all-purpose yards and 7 touchdowns. What a performance in the last game of the year for that sophomore to guarantee his seniors go out with a win.
Yeah, that's one thing, and this mostly goes across the board for the whole team. Is you see the effort whether they were up or down in a game, and they pushed through. They found it in themselves to come together as a team, not individually, but as a team. Now there were times where it gets a little choppy, yeah, but over the majority of the season, you see this Cougar team fight together until you see 3 zeros across that clock. And their effort cannot be coached. And I will believe that till the day I die. They show tremendous amounts of effort on the field to come out with a win.
And I think that in that you can't coach the effort. You can encourage it. You can want it. You can push for it. It's up to the players. But the one thing I from the enjoyment I've had this season, being my first season to do Jarrell Cougar football, from talking to Coach Davidson at the beginning of the year, there is some talent on this team. They have to believe that they can compete, and to watch these kids not ever quit. You never saw any game where they just didn't try. The game against Whitney was 56-3, but they got the field goal in the last quarter. They didn't quit. They continued to battle, and that's something we saw tonight from this Manor New Tech Titan team. This team is 1-9 on the year. This is the second year of varsity football. You have less than 5 seniors. You're a young program and a young school, and you have to be. I'm excited to watch where this team and this school can go, because it's just going to continue to grow. It's such a young school. The kids they're starting to develop. Their senior classes are getting bigger and bigger, their class sizes, and so their talent level is going to come up. Their competition is going to come up. Their effort is going to come up. And so you'd love to see it tonight. They didn't quit. Their excitement when they scored a touchdown, when they made a sack, you love to see that. And these two teams are the two of the bottom 3 in the district this year. But they're two that never gave up. I loved it. This was a fun game to watch. I loved seeing the Cougars come out on top and the effort they gave tonight. But you saw that in the last game of the year, the coaches made changes at half, and the players adhered to them. They came out and changed it. They came out and pushed. They came out and worked. The defense didn't give up. And you think about it, though. They've had a chance for 5 or 6 interceptions tonight. Just some balls coming out of hands. Guerra there at the end, just throwing his hands up like, how did I not intercept that? Balls that they kind of collided. And so the effort was just nonstop by these Cougars, and I loved watching it. I loved enjoyed it. It'll be interesting to see what juniors step up as seniors next year, what sophomores put in the effort to be that leader next year as a junior, as an upperclassman, as you bring in new kids, the freshmen, new kids, the sophomores, the younger ones come up to play. What now is the challenge of these juniors? You are now the leader. The seniors are going to have off-season pretty easy. They're getting ready to graduate. You got Jake Copeland. You got Brindles. You got Heron Rodriguez. Are they going to go play at the next level? You never know. Some of them may go play baseball. They may go play sports. They may go play football. But their offseason is nothing important in the sense of what does it do for this team? They may push their teammates to go hard, to make themselves better, to make this program even better. But you just wonder where the challenge for these juniors is going to be. It's to step up now as they become the leaders of the Jarrell Cougars for 2020.
That's a big question on how the freshmen through juniors go into this offseason after a great win to end the season. Take that energy and that effort and that teamship, I guess a word for it, to go into the off season and better themselves as a team and as individuals to take this football team to the next level next year.
To take the trust in their coaches, to take this program to the next level, to take it to the next, to build it, to get stronger, to get better, to get more focused, whatever it is, to work harder, but trust the coaches that they're going to lead them in the right way. I don't know what we're watching here as the players have all gathered at the far end zone for Manor, and it looks like with their family and classmates and loved ones, They walk the entire field arm in arm. It's kind of neat to watch. I'm not sure what it does or what it means here for the Titans, but it's kind of neat to watch the camaraderie. And it may be all the seniors in different sports. I don't know what it is. They stop at midfield. This is neat to watch. I tell you what, this is impressive. I love the newness of the school, and it seems like the pride that these students are taking in their new school. It's going to be fun to watch as they get their own facility next year, that field house. Looking at the rendition that you've seen online, the pictures of what it's supposed to look like, and the field and the satellite image you can see now of the field. It looks like it's beautiful, and that Manor's putting the money into this school, and you hope so for these kids that they can enjoy that high school experience as it continues to grow. For SHN Sports, I'm grateful for the opportunity to Rob Hipp, to Georgetown Jewelry for being such a big sponsor, the Oak Ridge Disciple House, yourpersonalmd.net, our Bank of Jarrell, Eagle Auto Parts of Jarrell, Papa John's Pizza. We thank you for every opportunity. We've enjoyed being on the air this year and the challenge of Jarrell Cougars and traveling with the team. I've been to towns I've never knew existed in the state of Texas, and just had fun watching these young men compete. And that's what SHN is all about. That Rob and Carl built this on, was bringing out and showcasing these student athletes in Central Texas. And so it's been an honor to be a part of this. And I thank Coach Davidson for all the assistance and the stats he sent me and everything he did for me each and every week and helping me prepare and the opportunity to be here. As we go tonight, we'll send it out with the different sponsors. The commercials we'll play them one more time to thank them. But we appreciate you listening. For SHN Sports, pray that you continue just to join us as we continue to try to grow and to promote these student athletes as best we can to get them out there and share their joy as they go through high school and competing and enjoying their lives. And so we thank you here from the booth. For Sterling Harmon, I'm Wally Harmon, and SHN Sports. Thank you, and have a good night. Jarrell Cougar football brought to you in part by Georgetown Jewelry, proud supporter of Jarrell Cougar football. For all of your jewelry needs, including weddings, visit Georgetown Jewelry online at georgetownjewelry.com or in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, Texas. Jarrell Cougar football brought to you in part by yourpersonalmd.net. Yourpersonalmd.net strives to be the real family doctor and desire to use our skills to provide high-quality care in a setting that will provide satisfaction for both ourselves and our patients. Visit yourpersonalmd.net. Go Cougars! Jarrell Cougar football brought to you in part by our Bank of Jarrell. When you do business with our bank, our community bankers will take the time to listen to your financial needs and desires in order to help you create unique solutions that will allow you to achieve these goals. We have solutions for your personal and business needs, or a combination of the two. Visit ourbanktexas.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Jarrell Cougar football brought to you in part by Eagle Auto Parts of Jarrell, WVE Vehicle Electronics, offering a portfolio of high-quality aftermarket vehicle electronics including connectors, relays, solenoids, switches, emission, and ignition electronics. Building upon a foundation of premium full-line programs established under the NGK Sparkplug and NTK sensor brands, WVE products are rigorously tested and engineered to perform in import and domestic vehicles. For your vehicle electronic needs, choose WVE of Vehicle Electronics. Precision engineered to perform. Found at your hometown Eagle Auto Parts store in Jarrell, Texas. Jarrell Cougar football presented by Georgetown Jewelry, yourpersonalmd.net, Our Bank of Jarrell, Eagle Auto Parts, and Papa John's Pizza.